Alright guys, and welcome back for another edition of Nighttime. Joining us tonight, we got Pugsley.
Yeah, good evening, how are you?
Good, thanks. How was the week?
Yeah, very well. Yeah, and you?
Yeah, sensational.
Awesome.
They've a beautiful crazy lady joining us again.
Hello.
How was your week?
Long and hard.
Anyway, yeah. What about your working week?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, fair enough. And yeah, the Panthers had a win too.
They did, yes. Bit of controversy, but we got there.
Yeah, no, but it shows, to be honest. I mean, there's some good teams in the comp, but for me, it's a two-horse race at the moment still. Penrith, no matter what, just still find a way to beat no matter who it is. And the Broncos, I think. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, the Knights are giving a good crack at the right end of the season.
They are.
So
6 straight wins, looking really good.
It's really good. But before we start the show, a little bit of an announcement. Little Dragon is our official beer sponsor of the Nighttime podcast. Yeah. So if you're a alcoholic ginger beer or just a ginger beer lover, get into it. They're absolutely beautiful. So
one of the best.
Yeah, made by Stone and Wood beer. So if you're a fan of Stone and Wood's products as well, that's who makes Little Dragon. And yeah, we go through quite a lot here. So, well, I do. Yeah. But no, they're good. So big shout out to Little Dragon. I mean, they do a lot too with all your animal conservation and that too. I think they donate. Don't quote me, but it was over $20,000 a year to the animal.
That's sensational.
So, yeah, so good on them, and big shout out to all the crew at Little Dragon for supplying us also with the filling the fridge of all of our beer.
We'll have to go to their distillery one day.
Yeah, so between them and Grand Matriarch, we've got some good brew, that's for sure. And even First in Messiah too, so we're not short of a drop, that's for sure.
Certainly not.
Anyway, moving on. And joining us tonight in the bar, we got Bar Boy Gary.
How are you going?
Bar Boy Berkey.
Bar Boy Berkey. Oh, we'll change. What's the word in the bar this week, mate? Had any mail?
We have, and they're still piling in. Still piling in. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. The first question: why do you think the face painting, the rides, etc., are not open until the gates open? Too bad if you have children, but you also want to catch the first game. Jules T.
Yes.
That's pretty poor, isn't it?
Yes. Well, hang on. I'll let the crazy lady answer this one first.
Okay.
She's let you have that first. But
You can talk for me.
all right, I'll say that is an absolute great question. All know we all get there very early, but like there's 3 games on or 2 games. You want to go support the others. How can you do it? You're not going to leave your kids out the front.
No.
Even if they go, okay, let's start them an hour early, like the face painting and the teacups and whatever jizz bang they got, knock them off an hour early. Because if there's no one out the front enjoying all that, they're inside watching the team. If they're inside watching the team, you got, for example, Portia and Cruz, Mum, Dad, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. They're going to spend more money at the shop. So it's a bit of a no-brainer, I think, for the club. That one, it's better for the families to get the face paint and all that stuff out the way, and 2, you get in and enjoy the footy. People are going to spend more money in there, so the club's winning both ways. And just, okay, say it's up until kickoff that it's available out front, knock it off an hour before kickoff or something. Just if they don't want to pay that extra money to have the workers there, just bring it back. Start it earlier. I think it's absolutely silly. Like, we want to get in and watch the footy, but how do you say no to your kids that have been waiting there patiently and love all that stuff?
That's right. Yeah, because they're not allowed to start until the gates open.
Yeah, no, it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's absolutely stupid, to be honest. And whoever's running it, well, come on, listen to what the fans and the public want.
So not only are you going to be in charge of the NRL, you can be in charge of game day events on Sundays and Saturdays for the Knights, eh?
Well, I am available
Yeah,
for the right price.
yeah.
You know, speak to my manager.
Next question.
Yeah, next question. But yeah, good question. I totally understand what.
Very good
Who was
question.
it? Glenda, was it?
Jules T.
Jules T. Oh,
Glenda.
oh I don't know.
It was close. Who's Glenda?
Okay. Yeah, who's Glenda?
Just remember, vote Schmidt. Question 2. Gamble and Thompson, I feel, have been close to the best each week. What are your thoughts? P.S. I really enjoy the show. Kieran Deves.
I'm not saying nothing yet.
Can I add?
You go for it.
Okay, so Leo, for me, over the last, well, since this year, since he's been in the front row, has just got better and better and better each week. And he's very consistent in what he's doing now, and give him another 12 months, and I reckon he'll be up there with, say, Fisher Harris.
Ooh, that's a big call, but yeah. I think Fish, he played with Fish this year with the All-Stars, and I think it benefited Leo a lot. And I'd say, this is hard for me to say, but with Clement leaving, I think it's benefited Leo in a way.
Yes.
Because Leo took that role on the step up. I can't speak highly enough of the bloke. Like, just what he does on the field, and I'll get into a little bit more later on another segment, but he's just such a nice bloke too. Like, he come up seen us after the game and signed a couple of things, and seen Porsche had Leo on her face, and he was just so, oh, wow, bro.
Very down-to-earth guy.
Yeah, just champion guy, and I would just think, we need to wrap him up.
Even on Fan Day on Saturday, though, they all come over and they actually had a full-on chat with you. It was really good.
Yeah, no, they were really good on that. And especially, we all know Kylie's a Panthers fan and supports the Knights when they're not playing Panthers, but all the players were into Kylie, like mucking around with the Panthers, and Chris's wife. Greg Marju, KP, Kurt Mann, but that's always with Kurt Mann. We come to expect that. I think Gamble said something to you too, didn't he?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, ripping her off about Penrith,
Yeah.
And they were absolutely, credit to the club for that and the players. The way they were was an absolute pleasure, and it was good, and it really made there wasn't a lot of us there. It was just a selected whatever, but it was absolutely a really good day. And to be honest, there should be more of it.
Absolutely.
Every year, not just this round. There should be one at the start of the year. There should be one at the end of the year.
We actually had a question that day from somebody who was there.
Yes.
They must have forgotten to write in, but it was about why don't they do, I think it was Kylie Holly?
Well, it's to Kylie Holly. Why don't they do fan days, open days like they used to?
Yeah.
And that stopped at COVID time, but COVID time's gone. Why aren't we doing it again? I think Penrith did this year. They had a fan day, and so why aren't we? Milk Boy Shane, Canberra do one opening day.
Yep.
So why?
And we even do meet and greets in Sydney and that for the Canberra fans that live in Sydney the night before the game.
I know we did one in Brisbane for the Knights, but yeah, we need to have them back. They were really good days. We used to have 3 or 4 different stations throughout the stadium, like dressing rooms, the conference room, out in the field and somewhere else. And there was a few players in certain things, and you used to just all go around in certain time slots. And mate, that was unreal. Absolutely.
And there was rides, like a mechanical bull, but it was actually a football.
A football, yeah. They need to bring that back. I'm telling you, that's just another one on my list. I'm going to have a campaign manager or something to,
Send an email to the club. Ask the question.
We will. We might.
Because the lady we spoke to said that they've been getting a lot of emails.
We might ask that question, actually. So, yeah. All right. Good question.
Don't forget, vote Smitter. We want him there. This one is a bit of a statement. It's from Nick, but you can still comment on it. He says, more of a statement. But how awesome of the Tigers to take their home game to Hamilton in New Zealand to thank the Warriors for all their sacrifice in COVID times. The poor Tigers got booed, but I'm sure they expected it being the opposition's ground.
Yeah, I didn't realise that at the time, but you know what?
Dead right.
Yeah, there's not enough credit go to the Tigers for that. No, that is, yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, that's really like that. We all know the Warriors fans deserve it, and I mean the Tigers fans probably deserve an extra home game too for what they've gone through this year too. But to do that, I mean, like, come on, that's I'm a big Warriors fan. I like what they're doing, but it would have been good to see the Tigers win that for what they did.
Well, they almost did.
Yeah, they put up a good fight.
I'll tell you what, Clemmer hasn't played bad all year.
No.
You know, and return of Appy and a few
Lou,
other.
Lou Brooks is back, and
And then Aiden Caesar next year.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
There's Buds, and Jaden Sullivan definitely signed there too.
Yeah, the Tigers will be a different side next year.
Tigers have got Dolphins this week, and I reckon Tigers are going to win. Dolphins have got some injured, and they got no depth.
And where's it at, Tigers now?
Yes.
Yeah, Tigers, I reckon. Good on them. They deserve it. For last week, they deserve it. So,
Yep, absolutely.
yeah. We might have a new segment there. Our little dragon moment of the week. And we'll tell you what, the Tigers, a little dragon. For that. That was awesome. Yeah.
Putting it out there for them. Question 4. Why did the Broncos get the favoured draw? Not only have they played a lot of games in Queensland, but they also get the bye this weekend, right when the competitors needed it. Other teams had the bye many weeks ago, so no rest for them coming into the finals. Matt Bennett.
What day do they play too?
Who?
The Broncos.
They got a bye.
I know the bye. What day they play next? So no one knows. Well, last week would have been Friday night again. Wouldn't it?
They played at home Friday.
They've got a lot of Thursday, Friday night games.
They always have for the last 5 or 6 years, but I can remember.
You could throw that into the mix too. Why are they getting all these favoured?
Why are they getting the bye now? Like, a lot of Broncos supporters complain that they've still got a bye to come. Penrith have had their bye, so they got 2 extra points or whatever. But I would prefer a bye now. I would prefer a bye now because you're worn out. You need that rest. If you're not guaranteed that week off coming into the finals,
it can go either way. But yeah, I'm with you. I'd prefer to have
just train hard.
the week off, and especially now, for example, us, we could probably do the week off for Jackson Hastings' injury.
Yeah.
So I feel the NRL sort of do favour the Broncos in certain ways because it's Queensland. They've got this little, and there's talk of still the grand final could end up there. Well, no. Excuse me, they got Magic Round.
I reckon they should all have their byes weeks before the end of the...
100%. Should be all done and dusted before, start of the year, and all be done before the end of Origin.
Yep.
Here's a question just from me. How many teams haven't got an injury at this point in time to be favoured to have a bye?
I don't know any teams that haven't got at least one injury.
Yeah.
It's hard not to. In saying that, it's hard not to have a bye when you've got 17 teams.
Yeah, it's true. That's why they need to go back to the 18th too.
Yeah.
Done. That way, by this time now, there's no buys. Makes it more even.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, it's hello to the Western
Red Bears.
Yeah.
It's got to be. If they put another team in Brisbane, like they're talking about, you can see now it's biased. Because it's supposed to be the NRL. It's not the NRL until there's a team in that part of the country.
Yep, the other side of Australia.
And, like, there's Cowboys, there's the Dolphins, Titans, Broncos. There's 4 there. There's enough for now. Like, we had the Gold Coast Chargers and the South Queensland Crushers, and you got the Cowboys. There's enough for now. Just give the Reds a turn, or the Rams, or whatever they want to put on there. But I reckon it should be run probably by the North Sydney Bears. So,
And then take a couple of games to the Central Coast because they've got a pretty good stadium down there to watch footy. So.
Yeah, but in saying that, a lot of teams venture to the Central Coast throughout the year.
Right.
So I reckon for the first year or two, give it to the Westerns, because you've got to think too, they've got to travel every...
Correct.
So it's a fair travel on them as well. But I can still remember the first kick-off of the Western Reg years ago. Do you remember that?
Yeah, against the Dragons, they beat us.
Way before my time.
No. I'm not that old. Mark Geyer, Brad Mackay,
Matthew Robble.
Rodney Howe, and I think Peter Mulholland was the coach. Is
Yes,
that
he
correct?
was, Yep. Beat St George the first ever game.
That was a good game, that. I love their jerseys, actually.
Cash converters.
Yeah, black, red,
And white.
and a bit of yellow.
Bit of yellow, yeah.
Good jerseys. All right, moving on. Sorry, off the air a bit.
Alzheimer's hasn't set in, has it?
Nah,
Still got it. Still got it.
Sometimes.
That's what she said.
You get a bit of a grin off this one. Who will debut in for the Kangaroos this year? Sent in by Dylan Edwards.
Sorry, Dylan, but I don't want you. I don't want you in there.
Yeah, no, Tyson Gamble could. Honestly, Dylan should. If it's picked on form,
Me.
Yep,
Dylan Edwards is,
100%.
yeah.
A lot of people are saying Reece Walsh, but he needs to fix his error count before that happens.
Yeah, Reece Walsh is good, but I take this out to you. Was Reece Walsh this good last year?
Reece Walsh has got a high error count.
Yeah, true. But also, was Reece Walsh this good last year? All right, yeah, you take the two teams. You take Reece Walsh out and you put him in the Tigers.
Yeah.
You know, he's a good talent, but I think a lot of credit's got to go to what's around him at the Broncos.
Yeah.
That's right, it's a good
Who's in
spine
front of
you've
him?
got.
What about Bradman Best?
Yeah. Bradman will get a start.
Yep.
Have to. On his performance on Origin and his performance at club level. How do you say no to that? What, are you going to put Latrell in?
Well, on form, no, wouldn't you?
That's right. So that's my point. It's got to be picked on form. And Bradman has been playing his best all year.
I got a smoky for you. Jermaine Hopgood.
Yep.
Drink water.
I heard a bit of a whisper that Clint Gutherson was going to take a pay cut just to do 3 minutes in any game.
Yeah, maybe. I'm all them. Hopgood would get a run for sure. But yeah, what about old mate in the wing, Tago? What nationality is he?
I believe he's probably either Tongan or Samoan.
Don't matter these days. It really doesn't. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd be a contender for sure. He's been going.
Yeah, I'm not sure he qualifies.
But I'll tell you what, for the Kiwis, while we're on it, Kiwis. Leah.
Good call.
Imagine this, okay? You play against the Kiwis. You got a front row of Moses Leota, James Fisher-Harris,
I was waiting for it.
and when one of those comes off, Leo Thompson comes on. And you also your second prop on the bench from the Storm, Big Nelson. That's a pretty big
How do you say his last name? No, not you.
Big Nelson.
Mr. Nelson.
But imagine what a forward pack, to be honest. Like you take off two.
You're not losing any.
No, you take off two form front rowers and you put on another two. Like, wow, come on.
Yeah.
And then you got people like Scott Sorensen
Yeah.
as a Kiwi, and yeah,
They've also got a pretty good number 9 in Jeremy Marshall King as well. He goes pretty good.
that's right. So, I mean, then you got Sean Johnson.
Well, he's in great form, isn't he?
He's playing the best he's ever played, isn't
Yeah.
he?
And Dallin. Dallin's a Kiwi, isn't he?
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, come on, I can't wait. Bring on the test. Oh, you'd have to put your money on the Kiwis, to be honest.
Does Dylan Brown get a run?
What national? Yeah, he's a Kiwi.
He's
isn't he?
Kiwi.
Is there another 5'8" out there that's probably warranted?
Is he the incumbent, Gaz?
Yeah, I'd say so, probably.
Because they said he was a pick for him.
Yeah, well, he hasn't played bad when he's played for Parramatta. He's been one of their best pretty much week in, week out.
Apparently, he's good with his hands.
Apparently.
Is he still with the coach's daughter or no?
Not sure. I'll ring Brad this afternoon. I'll let you know next week.
Make sure you do.
No worries. But yeah, moving on. But yeah, some classy footballers out
That'd
there.
be a good game, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'd love to. I tell you what, I want to go to, and I will before my time's passed. I want to go and watch a Fiji game. like with the Fijian test team. Just to sit there and hear that Fijian hymn they do on that. And, I think some of our players need to take a good hard look at what that means to them. And
Speaking of which, kick out. What's happened to him?
yeah.
Bulldogs have ruined him.
And I'll tell you what, I don't know about that. Might want to ask Phoenix Scrosland about that. You see that hit he did on him?
One good hit the whole game.
Yeah, but that's not the Viliamu kick out that everyone knows.
No.
Injury can do that to a guy. They did it. It happened to Edwards. He got badly injured. He come back and he wasn't the same.
I could ask you this too. Is the Bulldogs got a culture problem at the club? We had the old mate on from last week. Yeah, we should have asked him that, but
I wouldn't say it's culture. I'd just say
maybe is it the right coach?
no,
I
definitely
don't think
not.
it's not the right coach. To be honest, I think they got the wrong coach.
They tried it with Trent Barrett. Didn't work.
It's not. Something's not right there because they've got a class team. Even that team on the weekend that played the Knights, it was a pretty classy team, and they shouldn't have even got that.
Get it together.
They shouldn't have even got that try. To be honest, like it was just a bit of tiredness, and he got over from dummy half. But they got a classy team. Viliamu, like he come out past the Knights bench and. Someone said something, and I don't even think it was a player, to be honest. I think it was an official, and Viliamu was mouthing off at him. And that's not like him. So, I mean, it might have been friendly fire, but it didn't look, you know what I mean? But, yeah. I honestly...
I yelled out, come back to Penrith.
Yeah. He looked over, he was walking past, but I think he's probably thinking, yeah, I wish I did. But I like the bloke. I think he's an absolute, for what he's gone through and his family too, I wish him all the best, but...
He's doing all right. He's getting a nice pay packet
Yeah,
and
but-
not playing footy in October.
But you look at Viliamu at Penrith, and you look at him at... It's like you bought him off Wish. Like, he's just not the exciting player anymore. And, if you're a Penrith fan or not, us a Parramatta and a St George fan, when you used to watch Penrith, when Viliamu was playing, were you excited to watch him play?
He was a really good player. Yeah.
He
was one of the...
put fear into the opposition.
That's right. Well, Bateman, hold my beer, But if there was you play Newcastle, and it was with Penrith still, run at Campbell, run at Hastings. That was his job, and he did it with ease.
Yep.
But not anymore.
He was so hard to stop on the edge.
Well, the same can be said about Addo Carr. He's, when he was with Storm, he was a gun.
Couldn't stop him.
No.
Even Tigers. When he was with the Tigers before he went to Storm.
Yes.
He was playing well. But even... I like Addo Carr.
Yeah.
Except for, a couple of things. But as a person, he's a great guy. But that grubby tactics on the weekend, he needs to get that out of his game because that's not him. And even before he stood over Ponga when Ponga went down, I said to Kylie, he's going to be dirty, he's going to be grubby, and then bang, I thought, what's going on here? Frustration, I know
I was going to say,
that.
yeah.
But come on, Fox, that's not you, mate. It's, yeah.
But it's not the team either. Like the Bulldogs, like you said, there's quality players there, and it's
on paper,
it's not gelling and it's not performing.
On paper, that team should have gave us a run for our money, but it didn't.
Especially after the 66-0 flogging they got last time.
But in saying
It
that
was
too,
almost looking that way.
Yeah.
Again.
saying that too, credit must go to the Knights, I suppose, too, for shutting them down, not letting them do that. But
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway, moving on.
All right, that's all we've got this week. Keep them coming in. And here's a little thing for you. Send in what you think the 13 to 17 team would be for the Kangaroos, and we'll sort them out and read out what the tally would be for the players that we reckon, that news reckon, that would fit the Kangaroo side.
You reckon?
Yeah, get them to send it in. And then
We'll do. Yeah.
you can tally him up because Crazy Lady's got enough to do.
Is that our
Who's
homework?
talking to you?
Is that our homework?
I know. Dean will probably rig it and have Dylan Edwards as fullback to start with. So.
Can you have 13 gambles?
Yeah, as long as you don't pick Penrith players, go for it.
Yeah, so... Anyway, we might take a few messages from our sponsor.
Major show sponsor the Burden Automotive Group in Maitland and Port Stephens, comprising of Maitland Toyota, Port Stephens Toyota, Hunter GWM, Cardiff GWM, Port Stephens GWM, and also Hunter 4x4 accessories in Maitland and yes, in Cardiff. The Burden Automotive Group have been proudly supporting the community for 60 years. They've been supporting this show. Please go support the sponsors that support us.
Alright guys, and welcome back. And it's that time of night again, and time for what caught my eye. I've got somebody in my eye actually. So I'll start with you, Ava.
Oh, why me?
Oh, because
He's got an eyelash in his eye.
I've got 2.
Eyes.
Yep, that too.
Okay, you can go.
My first one is the Tigers and Warriors game. I don't know if it was just me, but Luke Brooks had one of his sponsors on the top middle front of his jersey covered up with a skin-coloured bandage. No idea what it was about, but the sponsor he was covering up is called Raw Racing, and he's the only one that had it covered up. Anyone else
No.
watch that game?
No, but
Yeah, they were practicing gambling.
Oh.
okay.
Well, he's the only one that had it covered up, and it's Raw Racing. I don't know what that is, but
Well, obviously the Dogs weren't protesting because they never covered a gamble.
No, it was just the Tigers, apparently.
Oh, well, there you go.
yeah,
Thanks to our cameraman Shane.
yes. And my second one was this one everybody's talking about, the South and St George game. South players were offside by a mile. They were well in front of the kicker. There were about 7 players offside, which included Latrell, who set up the conceding try to Johnston, who scored. It was reviewed by the bunker and confirmed.
Yeah, but how did they get it wrong?
It was so blatant. It was the worst call ever.
How did they get that wrong? We're watching the same thing. I just don't get it. I don't get how they can go, oh no, that's on, that's allowed, let it go. Like, what are they watching?
Is it because Souths are lingering down the bottom of the top 8 and they want to keep them in the top 8?
No, it's because St George are down the bottom. That's the problem. All the top teams get the...
But it don't matter. Like, there's no excuse for that. As soon as you seen the replay, you could tell. Stevie Wonder rang me this week and told me that he could see it. Like, there's no excuse for it. So, bunker officials, referees, whatever, someone needs to be held accountable. There needs to be an investigation.
Okay, Desi.
But, Jeff Tuvey, but,
Same.
you know what I mean? But people need to be fined or dropped.
Do you know Annesley has defended that, though?
Yeah.
How?
Different camera angle.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. Well, I love the camera angle that they use for that because it probably makes it look skinnier. I love that one, thanks. And what a load of
It's
horse
crazy.
shit, to be honest.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Have we got an award this year for the Golden Goose? Because, honestly, Annesley takes it. For that call is absolute horse shit.
For him to defend that and say that the Penrith and Manly one, yes, Penrith got away with that.
But it wasn't as blatant as that.
Well, it was.
Well, I don't think it was. That was very chalk and cheese, that one. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But be consistent.
Okay. I couldn't agree with you more with that. Was that it?
Yes.
All right. Well, only reason why I say it's because I'm going to lead one of mine into that as well. What caught my eyes? Leo Thompson's first disallowed try. Old mate gets 10 in the bin for a professional foul in a scoring, in the act of scoring. Leo Thompson was trying to put the ball down, whatever. Old mate does a professional foul, which stops him from actually putting the ball down. Should have been a penalty try.
100%.
So why did not the bunker? I get they sent him for 10 in the bin, but I think probably it should have been a penalty try, and he doesn't get 10 in the bin. Because, okay, he goes 10 in the bin, yeah, we get 10 minutes of a player down, but a lot of sides lift when they go a player down. And who's to say we're going to score a try? So we were robbed of that, and good thing Leo did score another one, but he was robbed of that. He would have scored that. If it was not an act of professional foul, he would have scored that.
His very first try?
Very first try in the NRL. So that would have been, for me it should have been, and why aren't we getting everything right? Why are these decisions so blatantly obvious, but they're not getting them right?
If it's a professional foul, it's like you said, if he gets sent off, and it should be a penalty try anyway.
But I don't know if you get 10 in the bin, they don't award it's one or the other.
Okay.
And I'm fine with that. But if he wasn't going to score, or even close to scoring, yep, you weren't going to score. Off you go, professional foul, 10 in the bin. But he was about to score, so it should have been a penalty try. I just think that's wrong. Absolutely, how we're getting all these decisions wrong is beyond me. And leading into part of that too, Leo Thompson into his second try, when he actually got his first try, how the team reacted when he scored that try.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So it was obviously
It was almost taken away from him again. He went to the bunker, and I'm thinking, bit dubious. Yeah, but luckily they gave it.
Yeah, I thought it was a try. I've seen less awarded, but how the team reacted to even the bench. The bench went absolutely berserk in front of us, didn't they, when he scored? And yeah, good on him. But it shows, I like that in a team. That was, my first what caught my eye, the extended version. But my second one was, no surprise here, was Gamble's aggression and taking on the line last week. I thought it was just a stellar performance, and his little melee with Reed Marnie was just what the doctor
Got the
ordered.
better of him.
Yeah, and he needs to do that this week with Cody Walker.
Yes.
So, yeah.
The crowd, they're sitting on the fence there. We're getting a good view of it.
You reckon we could, it's sold out, so what's the capacity? 25,000, you reckon, this weekend? You reckon we get 25,000 people revving Gamble up, you'll get into him?
Well, there's going to be a lot of South supporters there, so I doubt it.
Yeah, well, 20,000. No, there will be a lot of Souths, to be honest. But, yeah. We'll still do it.
They come out of the woodwork every now and then, don't they, the Bunnies fans?
You always see the odd one, but
Yeah.
this will be the odd. They breed like rabbits.
We had a random South guy on a few of our bus trips.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out. A new family member of ours, our soon-to-be down-the-track daughter-in-law, is a South fan.
Well, she's pregnant, so she's as good as now.
Well, that's what I mean.
She can't get rid of us.
The official title's not there, so to speak, yet. So, yeah, if they beat us this week, she might be out in the woodwork for a little bit. No,
She's pretty quiet.
Yeah, no, she's good. She's good. But yeah, I like the whole
Aggression.
that he brings, and running that line off. Been saying it all along, he needs to take the line on more. He did it. Bang, scores. And involved with that also was remember I said last week, if Gamble gets over, or Leo Thompson, someone has to do a Gosling. And yours truly, Chris Vassalo, off it comes, and Gosling time. So, yeah.
Did the Nuggies catch your eye too?
Oh, yeah. No, that touched my my stomach. The Nuggets. I don't like the food at the stadium. It's dog shit, to be honest.
Language.
No, it is. But the Nuggets, I say, honestly, I tell you all, no, stay away from them. They're no
They
good.
are some fat nuggets.
She looked at me then. But no, there's some really, I'm a big fan of the breast, and they're really big chicken breast like nuggets. They were absolutely beautiful. So that's a 10 out of 10 for me. That's the best food they have at the stadium.
They'll bring in Harry's next year and it'll be all right, won't it?
Oh, yeah. Stop it.
So that's me. That's my what caught my eyes.
All right, well, mine's only very small compared to what you guys.
Sorry.
All I've got today, or this week, is Adam Reynolds. He's obviously been in the NRL for a long time. Kicked his 1,000th goal in the NRL. Good on him. He's been a great servant to the Bunnies and obviously pushing the Broncos towards a premiership here this year. And I just think he's caught my eye and gets a bit of a rap for getting a 1,000th goal. It's no mean feat to.
100%.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, good on him. He's a good player too. Good player.
Yeah.
But one thing I did forget, but I'll just have a special mention on what caught my eye this week, because it caught your eye as well. The NRLW, the Knights. I love that big shiner on her head.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what happened, but and I can't remember her name. Still get to know a lot of the players' names.
She may look like she was related to Elsie Albert.
Yeah. Oh, stop it.
Resembles.
But
no offence, Elsie.
something happened, and she hit the ground, and she's walking off. She had this egg on her head. It was humongous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was
Well, it wasn't hot. It
humongous.
might have been fried.
It looked like she was starting to get a black eye, too.
But, it was huge. Like, we could see it from our seats as clear as day. I think the poor bugger was trying not to cry in front of her. Remember?
Oh, yeah, she looked devastated.
Yeah.
Tough
Anyway,
girls, huh?
That's what caught my eye, the extended version this week.
Mine. Knights v Dogs game. When the Bulldogs players got binned, 2 of them. Harrison Edwards first, and then Jacob Preston on the hip tackle of on Hastings. McDonald Jones Stadium started playing. That was a cheeky but hilarious.
It was good, I must admit, there. And, everyone starts singing it for a little bit.
Yeah.
And what's the other one they have?
Hey, 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 goodbye. Was that one?
No. They stole it off Parramatta song or something.
Oh, Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum,
Remember
bum.
the game against the Warriors when all of a sudden, or was it Manly, it stopped and everyone was still singing it?
That's
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
but
It was so good then.
But that's the kind of, it's part of the French shit you want back at the game. Get the crowd involved.
100%.
You know, like, yeah, that's awesome. And another thing, I'm going to throw it out there to anyone that's listening. Let's bring this week, there's going to be 25,000 fans there. I would say probably 17 or so, if not more, nights. Let's get that Newcastle chant going for longer than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Let's make it deafening. Back in the 90s where players used to, dread coming down that freeway for that. Let's bring it back.
Turton Road at Broadmeadow is going to be full of people and cops just trying to get people out of there after the game.
Oh, yeah, we might hang
It's gonna be
around
a
for about
nightmare.
half an hour after
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, on to the 3 2s and 1s for night of the round. And remember, night of the round this year takes home a Zinc tattoo voucher. So I think, off memory, KP's probably leading it. Is that correct? So might add to his little tattoo collection there. But yeah, I think Gamble could be slowly catching him. If not, he will soon.
Marju.
There's another one. Like, it's really the first time I sort of met Marju on the weekend. I tell you what, you wouldn't get a nicer bloke, will you? He was
No, we met him at training.
Oh yeah, training. Yeah, but no, it was like more of a good conversation. You had a bit of time with that. And
Yeah, he saw my hat and he goes, "What's this?" I went, "I'm married to a Knights supporter. That should count for
Hey.
something." And then I said, "Don't worry, I'll be waving the Knights flag tomorrow at the game." He goes, "Not in that hat, you won't be." So I wore my jersey instead.
But how gold was that? Not that hate you won't be. And then Kylie said about Penrith Knights grand final.
To Ponga. I said,
Ponga.
"Let's hope it's not a Knights and Penrith grand final because I don't think my heart can take it." He goes, "Let's hope it is."
No,
Would that mean that you'll cut your Penrith shirt in half and
No.
sew half Knights?
Nah, sorry, I got to stay loyal.
Can you imagine another bet that would happen between you two if them two do make
I'm
the
serious.
grand final?
If the Knights and Penrith make the grand final, you could have a camera crew in our house and you can make a special out of the whole week. I'm telling you.
I'd be drunk, very, very drunk.
Looks like I'm driving. Well, as I said to Ponga on the weekend, I said it would be good, but one of us would be coming home unhappy. But no, imagine it would be great.
I wouldn't be disappointed if the Knights won the grand final. I'd be
Yeah,
disappointed that the Panthers didn't get that three-peat.
But I'd be happy. Imagine that. Imagine the party. Stop it.
It would-
Anyway,
Here or everywhere, probably.
yeah, I still go back to the 97 one.
The Workers' Club, that was just, yeah.
Anyway, getting into things, I'll start things off. My 3 points went to surprise, no one other than Tyson Gamble. Scored 2 tries, 3 tackle breaks, 20 tackles, and 91 metres gained. So, and had a little bit of argy-bargy with Reid Marnie. So from that, he gets my 3 points, and I think it was very well deserved.
Yep.
Probably his best game he's played as a Knight.
Yep.
This next one was very hard not to get the top gong. It was a very close between both of them, but the fact that he got 2 tries in this plate didn't, that's the only thing that's probably split him. So my 2 points went to the beast himself, Leo Thompson. 1 try, first try in the NRL. So Yeah, 6 tackle breaks, 30 tackles, and 116 metres.
And a great pass that
Game.
was thrown back was forward.
Oh, as if that was forward. Like, come on.
Surely didn't Stevie Wonder didn't ring him.
Oh, that was a pearler.
It
Like,
was.
I'll go as far as saying that's probably his best game of his whole career ever.
Yeah.
Like, he had an absolute gun of a game, and I hope he continues it this week. Yeah, that'll be great. And my 1 point, Mr. Consistent this year, I feel, Dane Gagai. 1 try, 2 line breaks, 12 tackles, and 192 metres gained. So, yeah, he was another one that could have got 2 or 3 points as well. But 2 special mentions this week because it was the 2 people I felt deserved it was Kalen Ponga and never stops trying Lockie Fitz.
True.
Going out with a bang this year, isn't he?
It'll be sad on next weekend, his last home game. I'm telling you, it'll be pretty sad.
Yeah.
Oh, I reckon you'll see some tears from Lockie. Yeah, he loves the club. But yeah, that one might.
Well, maybe with a bit of luck, they might get a home semi for him.
Yeah, that'll be nice. But yeah, that was my 3 2s and 1s. So, Corey.
Right. Well, for me, Leo gets 3 for me. He's been, again, outstanding, and it's getting better and better, as I said each week before. Tyson Gamble gets my 2, and Adam Elliot actually gets 1 point this week. I thought he was very consistent, yeah.
Even played the ball with a bandage over his head.
Yeah.
And played it properly.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got 2 for 3 points because it was hard. Thompson or Gagai, I feel they both played extremely well. Like Gagai, he's just a workhorse.
Mr. Consistent.
2, Gamble. No comment.
He knows where above.
And 1 point should go to Tuala because he filled Bradman's spot quite
Yeah.
nicely and
100%.
Yeah.
Played well.
He's got a nice 110-metre try, too.
yeah,
There
that
you
was
go.
awesome to
Play
watch.
to the whistle.
Yeah.
That proved the point. But no, that's that group that we've all said.
It's hard to separate them because they're all just gelling really well.
Well, even this is another one that probably has never cracked up on anyone this year as a 3 2 and 1. But Jack Heverington.
Yeah,
And scored a 4-pointer, too.
he hasn't caused any fights or dramas lately.
Not yet.
Well, he's only been in the bin twice for slaps that were really not much.
Yes, slaps.
Slap and a tickle.
Maybe he's learned how to do it slyly.
Yeah.
Guys.
I had 3 for Leo because he scored his first try, but should have had 2. Gamble for my second, and Ponga for 1.
I think it's going to be. I reckon that, to be honest, this week I reckon it's going to be a tie first.
Between Leo and Tyson.
Thompson and Leo.
Yeah.
Thompson and Gamble. Because there's 2. Yeah, I know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we're pretty. Between them two, or probably it's hard to split.
We'll let you split them. Because it's. Oh, I'm drawn between the both. I think they both played stellar games.
We'll let Gary decide. Thompson or Gamble?
Well, I think Thompson had more, didn't he?
Yeah, I felt that.
Leo Thompson, the beast.
Unleash him, baby.
Is the our knight of the round for this week and very deserving this week. Hopefully he plays again like that this week because, yeah, absolute awesome.
Yeah, the Bunnies have got a good pack, so it'd be good to see him test himself there. And
Gamble and Walker.
and Cody.
I've been waiting.
You've been waiting this for a long time, haven't you?
And better not let me down. Anyway, guys, we might take another short break and be back shortly.
Support our show sponsor, Grand Matriarch Distillery, that gives us the beautiful Grand Matriarch vodka that you see on our show every week. Join the reward program, and for every 9 bottles you purchase, you do get 1 free. Grand Matriarch Distilling in the beautiful Sapphire Coast of New South Wales. You cannot go wrong with their product, I promise you. That's grandmatriarch.com.au.
Alright guys, welcome back, and it's that time of night again. Time we go all the way up there to Elliot. How are you, champion?
Well, good, mate. How are you?
Mate, after that performance, absolutely beautiful, mate.
Yeah, the train just keeps rolling. Obviously, I don't want to disrespect the Bulldogs, but the real test is this weekend. I know the club announced the game's sold out. officially today. You got a double header there with the women in action too. It's the Latrell Ponga battle is probably worth the price of admission alone, to be honest with you.
I'm really looking forward to Gamble and Walker.
Yeah, that's because you've got an unhealthy obsession with Tyson Gamble.
I just love the aggression that he brings, and he brought it in last week. And not just that, the forward battle with Leo Thompson, the way he's playing as well, that'll be worth. Yeah,
I'll tell you what, we all waited with bated breath, obviously, with that try or no try with him on the weekend. So I was glad he got his first one. The biggest thing for me is Jackson Hastings. I'm sure you all felt it too. The relief I certainly felt when we found out it was a minor injury from the weekend. You know, there were talks that he could have been out the rest of the season. I just think he's. I don't think any Knights fans undervalue him, but I think casual watchers of footy wouldn't know how important he's become to that team. So if he's fit enough, I really hope he's playing this weekend because we'd certainly miss him otherwise.
100%. Well, he's been named, so as we'll get into a bit later. But let's hope that everything comes through and he takes his place. But from your professional point of view, if for example the bad news comes through that he doesn't, who would you put in his place?
I just go like for like with Adam Clune. I just think it makes sense. One thing I've always liked about Adam Clune is there's no ego attached to his game. He'll go in, won't try and overplay his hand. He'll give good early ball to your KPs, to your Bradman Bess. And I think that would be the best way to not mess up the rest of the spine, because you think about it, you don't really want to have to put Phoenix into the halves and then bring Kurt onto the field to play hooker. I'm a big fan of Kurt Mann's play. His service out of dummy half probably hurts him. And Phoenix, as you guys know, he's an out-and-out hooker now. So I'd keep him there. I'd keep Tyson at 6. Tyson, I'm sure, will be the first to say he's not an organising 7. He's best when he has sort of free rein to run and kick occasionally. I'd just, straight in Adam Clune.
Well, to be honest, I was surprised when he come on. When Kurt come on, he went to hooker. I would have left Phoenix and put Kurt at half. Well, he's played in the halves with Mitchell Pearce for a while. So, honestly, thought that would have been the way to go because, like you're saying, I'm a huge fan of Phoenix at hooker too. What he's bringing to there, I think he should be staying there.
Yeah, no, as he even said, I think it was yesterday, that he had a couple of moments of, I suppose, uncertainty, indecision around that when Jackson went off. There was, a couple of combinations he could have gone with. And, I think, to have the advantage of someone like Adam Clune sitting there around G2 is a good enough halfback to play in first grade. I would suspect since he's in that extended squad, if Jacko's out and they're saying he's 50-50, I think he'll just come straight in.
Yeah, let's hope he's fitting well. But
it's good news because first of all they said high syndesmosis, and now they're saying only a minor ankle complaint. Is that the same one that he's hurt last year, or was it a different?
Yes, same one. And what's crazy about it is, so from that, for those that missed it, it was a Patrick Carrigan hip drop, and it was a bad one last year that ended Jackson's season. He had surgery on it, and they're saying the scar tissue left over and the work for the surgery has actually saved it potentially from major damage. So if the Tigers have done one good thing in the last, 15, 20 years, it's the fact that their medical team got Jackson's ankle sorted and he's going to be good to go for us.
Well, that's a bonus, I suppose. But, it was terrible to see him. He was devastated when he came off and... as you would, but let's hope things change from there. But a sellout this weekend, mate, that atmosphere is going to be electric.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, from a selfish point of view, coming down for this one, my brother, he's a Knights tragic, but he's actually never been to Newey to watch a game. So taking him for his birthday, and we'd locked in this game ages ago, not knowing where either team would have been on the calendar. So, I mean, it's without doubt the game of the round. So, we're certainly looking forward to watching it live. Awesome,
mate. So that'll be good. We'll have to catch up with you at the ground, eh?
Yeah, no, that sounds like a great plan.
Absolute. Not just game of the week. I reckon it's going to be even close to one of the games of the year, to be honest. I've been looking forward to this for so long, this game. And that atmosphere, even last week, the atmosphere was pretty good, electric. So, like this week's just going to be absolute through the roof.
Definitely.
Yeah, well, and again, not to harp on both, but I actually think the women's game is probably the game of the year in the women's competition thus far. The Broncos, who are a team that probably haven't performed the way they should have, they're starting to come good up against our girls who knocked off the Titans, who were leading the competition until last week. And not bad blood by any stretch of the imagination, but a couple of players like Romy Tots, who of course left the club, will be looking to make an impression. So, yeah, we'll be getting there nice and early and settling in for a big afternoon.
Yeah, no, Tamika Upton's played some good football.
Oh, mate, I don't know the comparison in the NRL. She's like a hybrid of Reece Walsh and Dylan Edwards, her effort areas, but then the skill on top of it. I watched her live at the State of Origin in Townsville. We called that game on Triple M, and she is everywhere. She's both sides of the field. She just doesn't miss out. She's an absolute freak.
No, that's yeah. We watched it there the other week, and there's some pretty impressive football getting thrown around. That's for sure. So it's maybe a back-to-back for the Knights. Hopefully, the women's this year. That's for sure. And then the icing on the cake would be the men's there as well. So we get both of them there. You never say never.
I mean, I genuinely think, and I know I'm going off way too early, but that Knights team is good enough to make a prelim this year. I don't know if we're at the stage yet where we can beat Brisbane or Penrith, but every other team in that top 8, if the Knights are good enough, they can beat. So, you know, the ball's in their hands, and it's a massive game from this week.
I'll throw it out, yeah. Probably one of the biggest Penrith supporters I know. The Knights good enough to beat Penrith.
No.
Oh, stop it.
No, hang on. Let me explain that. If they play like they did in Penrith, then no.
No, exactly. We wouldn't have even beat the Tigers if we played like that.
But I think we've turned Knights' season around, to be honest. Knights were going good. They played Penrith. Knights started going bad. They played Penrith. Knights had a really bad game. They started playing really well after that point.
Oh, well, send
So
the
you're
check
welcome.
down. Send the check down to Ivan next week. Then.
I actually think if miraculously Newcastle can find a way to win the comp this year, I genuinely think that Newcastle residents need to band together and fundraise a Christian Welch statue to put somewhere, because I think it was his comments in the presser after that Newcastle got undefeated.
Oh, yes. You're dead right.
That was gold.
Oh, mate. No.
To be fair, Christian's a wonderful bloke, and he went out and absolutely owned that on social media too. He's a really good fellow, Christian.
100%, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So
Took the credit, didn't he?
Yeah.
Mate,
so we'll keep an eye out for you, obviously, on Sunday.
Yep.
And, yeah, come down there, thick of the action with us, and, yeah, can't wait, eh?
You can't miss the gamble sign.
I know. I'm sure. I'm looking forward to it. We're sitting with the mighty Kiralee Parr, of course, the lovely wife of Peter, and I thought I was a nervous watcher. She's worse. She she tenses up for the full 80 minutes. She's a really good human being, as is Peter too. And I know I'm biased, and I've known Peter quite a while, but I think what he's done at that club can't understate in terms of recruitment and driving standards, along with Adsy. He's been very good.
Yeah, 100%. You know, there's calls through the year about, ads has got to go on that. No, I was never on that bandwagon, and I think it's proven now. Like I keep saying, stick and, over time things will come. It's shown.
I've always been a big fan of Peter Parr as well.
Yeah.
Like, even when he was at the Cowboys, how the structure and how professional they are. And
okay, I'll go as far as saying Peter Parr's not there. I don't think the Cowboys are that good enough of a team to win that grand final. I think.
I think you speak to anyone like Jonathan Thurston, Matt Scott, some of the bigger names involved in that squad, and again, I'm not taking anything away from any other coaching staff, but they say that Peter Parr drove a lot of that, and Peter Parr was constantly a sounding bar for a lot of those senior players too. So he's playing a similar role in Newcastle, and away from all that, he's a really good fella. I watched him interact with Greg Marju. Funny enough, it was the day before Greg missed the bus in Brisbane. But just the way he had the respect of the players, yes, but you can have a laugh with him. I don't know. There's something about the way he interacted. I was like, this is a man that really cares. Obviously, he's a Stockton boy originally, and I hope he's there for many years to come.
Yeah, so do we. What he's done so far, just, Yeah, absolutely awesome. But, mate, we'll won't hold you up, but we're going to catch you on Sunday, no doubt. We'll find you somewhere and have a chat. And, yeah, it'll be good to catch up, that's for sure, and especially with a win.
Yeah, look forward to it, guys. Always a pleasure.
Thanks, champion, and we might take a short break and be back shortly.
When you think of great food at a great price, the best cold beer in town, awesome live music, even a place that you can host your next event, there is only one place you think of, and that is the Gallipoli Club. Get on down to the Gallipoli Club, the Gal 3 to 5 Beaumont Street, Hamilton, to check out what's going on this week. Enjoy some great food, a cold beer, awesome live entertainment. You can never go wrong at the Gal, thegal.com.au.
All right, guys, welcome back, and it's that time of night again. It's time for Talking Schmidt, and caller number one, who we got there?
Jason here, mate.
Hey, buddy, how are you, mate?
Good, yourself?
Mate, yeah, pretty good. After the win from the Mighty Knights on the weekend, can't complain. We're giving it a good crack, so...
well, you're doing better than my team.
Your team is, mate?
Raiders.
Oh, Raiders, yeah. Well, cameraman Shane's a Raiders fan, but I will say a bit disappointed in the Raiders. I had them, I'm a fan of the Raiders. I don't mind them, and I thought they'll do a lot better this year. So here's to next year. But, yeah, what's your question for us, champ?
All right, so I'm going to write the Raiders off for the year. The only team in the top 8 with a really huge negative for and against, and they don't really deserve their spot in the 8. So my question is, which team in the bottom 9 should be in place of the Raiders? Now, I had a look today, and the Cowboys are 9th. I think they're on 28. I think the Eels are on 26. But the Eels have got a bye in hand. So interested to hear who you think should take the Raiders' place, because they don't deserve to be in the top 8.
Who has Canberra got left, Jason? That's the question.
It doesn't matter.
The Dogs.
Well, there's 2 points.
Well, see, I don't know about that. Everyone says, we'll get 2 points against St George. No, we won't. If we turn up with that attitude, we won't get the 2 points.
Well, I'm confident that Canberra will beat.
But, I am too, and I hope they do. And to be honest, I'd like to see Canberra in the 8th.
Where is Canberra now? 8th or 7th?
8th, are they, Jason? 7th.
I think they're 6th or 7th, yeah.
7th.
But, look, even if they finish in the top 8, I think they're just making up numbers, mate. I think anyone else in the top 8 could do them. And even 9th or 10th, if they came up, they could beat them. But what they dished up on the weekend was garbage.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed in this year. As I said, I like the Raiders.
So was
but I'd like to see them, turn it around this weekend and, fight. We can give it a crack. But if not, and you're saying someone outside the 8, I'd say it's probably the Cowboys.
Yeah, I would think so. The Eels have got a bye in hand, but they've lost Moses for the year, so you'd have to think the Cowboys could sneak in.
Yeah, we've got another Parramatta supporter on the panel too, Gary, the old guy of the show.
Yep.
Old guy, that's a bit harsh.
Of the show, the oldest one. But yeah, he's a big Parramatta fan, but we don't let him talk about it much.
Yeah.
But you got Kylie on here, so we'll interested to see what Kylie's got to say about that.
Oh, no. About what?
The Canberra getting in. Who should take their spot?
Oh, I'm just fixated on Ricky Stewart's press conference.
I missed that one.
I didn't.
90 seconds.
I didn't see it, but I heard that he was quite irate.
Oh, really?
Did you?
It was a short one. You could turn that into a gift. The press conference on the weekend. I think it was all of 80 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Nasty. But mate, honestly, coming from a Canberra supporter, but I'm a fan of Canberra. I like them. I'd like to see them go well. Hopefully this week they can turn it around.
Then we've got Broncos and Sharks.
Makes it hard, but never say never. But
Might come down to for and against here.
I'm also a fan of giving it to Corey Horsburgh too. So he's a good sport too. When we give it to him, we at Newcastle we called him Garfield, big ginger cat. And he turned around and laughed and had a smile and, you know, a good joke with you. So, yeah, hats
We
off.
need more players like Corey Horsburgh, I reckon.
He's very passionate.
I like the bloke. And you could have a joke with him and give it to him, and, you know, and he knows it's just a little bit of friendly banter. But here's one for you I'll throw out to you. You just need a few forwards or whatever. We've got one sitting here at Newcastle that is unsigned that could do with a good home down at Canberra called Brodie Jones.
Yeah, all right.
I don't know why someone like Canberra hasn't picked him up. I reckon he could go well down there. So
one of the last forwards we picked up from the Knights was Joey Tarpany, so you never know.
And what's his name? Basami Solo.
Basami Solo's down there.
Yeah, there you go.
And you got the hooker.
Wolford? No,
Wolford and Levi.
Yeah. Oh, Levi.
Yeah, Danny Levi signed again for another 12 months.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
He's playing Reggie's at the moment, I think, Danny Levi. So, yeah, can't crack it in front of Starling and Wolford, So,
How do you feel about Croker retiring?
Look, he's due. I wish he didn't have that 12 or so months out with injury because he could quite easily have faced down all of Cameron Smith's records. But it's time, and you know, good luck to him. He's been a really good servant. One club player. Pretty proud of him actually.
Very happy that he made 300 as well, especially when he was stuck on 292 for a while.
Yeah.
Well, that's another reason why you want to see the Raiders do well too, to see him out on a high.
For sure.
Well, he announced his retirement a few hours before the game on Sunday, and they dished up what they dished up. So they need to pull their finger out for the rest of the year and do something for him because he doesn't deserve any less than a couple of wins. So.
Absolutely.
Well, mate, hopefully that answered your question for you. Good to have you on the show, and don't be a stranger, mate. We always love to hear from opposition teams their point of view on that. So, good question, mate. And you're in the draw to win the tattoo voucher this week for to go in the draw for Say a Zinc tattoo.
Good on you, mate. I might even use it. There you go.
Oh, that's the go, mate. Might get yourself a Raiders tattoo.
Panthers.
Kylie says once you get one tattoo, you can't stop. So that's what I'm afraid of.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, mate, I'll tell you what. There's a clean skin on the panel here that's actually getting a tattoo. Lost a bet there. So, be sure to keep an eye on that one.
Your body's your canvas.
Sorry?
Your body is your canvas.
Yeah, it's pretty rough canvas. I'm 52 next month, so, you know.
We're not that far behind.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, thanks for having me on, guys. That was fun.
Take care.
Thanks, Chairman.
I gotta be honest, one of my favourite things in this life is to sit down with some amazing meat and just stuff my face full of it. And the best meat that you will come across, honestly, is found at Steak and Chops Butchery at Tanilba Bay. Jump on their Facebook page and check out some of the prices and some of the specials. The quality is outstanding. The prices are excellent. You really can't go wrong. Steak, chops, sausages, mince, lamb loins. What more could you want? Get on down to Steak and Chops. That's 69 Beatty Boulevard in Tanilba Bay. Tell them the Sasquatch sent you.
All right, guys, it's time for caller number 2. Who we got there?
That's Steve.
G'day, Steve. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, good, mate. Good, Dean.
Mate, what's your question for us this week, mate?
All right, so I've got a question. It is South related, and I know we're playing each other this weekend, but it's basically it's about our signing of Jack Whiten. I need your insight on this, and I just think we've got a good enough team on paper, and is it a good signing for us, or is it a waste of money? Because we got depth in the centres, we got obviously Latrell at fullback, and we got depth in the halves. We all know Whiting can play fullback, halves, and centres. What's your thoughts?
Well, personally, I was a bit shocked when they signed him because didn't they get rid of Adam Reynolds because he was getting past that age, and aren't they the same age?
No.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of a head scratcher for me. I mean, I still wonder why they got rid of Adam Reynolds.
I think they
Personally, I wouldn't have got rid of Reynolds, but I mean, Whiten coming to the team, he's going to add that probably extra spark that you could need.
Isn't he? Is it Latrell's good mate? They're really good mates.
Yeah, they're best mates.
Yeah.
I think Latrell had some sway as well, Kylie.
Yeah. I mean, where do you play him?
No idea.
To me, excuse me, he's wasted in the centres.
Yeah.
I know you got some handy halves already, but for me, it's going to have to be Cody Walker and him at half and 5'8". No, anywhere else to me, he's wasted.
So what happens? What happens to Lockie Ilias?
Well,
yeah, and he's going to play himself, hopefully into form that he picks himself. Yeah.
To me, Elias might have to be a 14. I don't know, it's a hard thing to do, but I mean, Jack Whiten's an Origin player. You know, and what he's done with Canberra, I mean, that's a pretty good halves combination.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised he goes out in the centres and Isaiah Tass is the man that goes.
Yeah, he probably will go out the centres, but I just think it's a waste. To me, you know, it's like pushing Nathan Cleary out to the centres. You know what I mean? Like they're ball players and they're structured runners. They organise the team. To me, he's wasted in the centres. It's not. It's not the place to put him.
Yes.
Dead
right.
And because also we've got a handy up and coming 14 in that Mamazelos, and I just think you might be right about Elias playing 14 because Mamazelos might have to just bide his time for a bit more until Cookie retires.
And well, that's another thing too, until he retires. But there's another thing called injuries. Injuries play a big part on who's going where and what. But I'm still questioning with the players you got in positions, is it the right spot? But for me, he'll be in the halves.
All right, see how that works.
Anyway, mate, good luck on the weekend. Hopefully we don't beat you by too much. But
Are you coming up?
No, I'm actually flying to Bairnsdale, Kylie, on Friday, so I'm going to be watching the game around Victoria. Yeah, I'd love to come up. The very next time we're up there, I promise that we'll catch up.
Right.
Absolutely.
No worries.
Yeah, you have my word.
Anyway, go the Knights, eh?
Good luck. Yeah, go Knights. Go Bunnies. Yeah.
Mate, it'll be a good game and let the best team win, I say.
Let the best team win, exactly. And big hugs to you, Kylie. Thank you so much, Dean, for this opportunity.
No worries, mate. Hope you liked it, and we'll have you on again.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. All right, awesome.
Take care.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
All right, guys, time for caller number 3. Who we got there?
It's Michael from Melbourne.
Hey, buddy, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good. Yourself?
Mate, can't complain. 6 in a row, so flying along nicely.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the run. It's pretty good, so it's something I wouldn't have expected, and I don't think many commentators didn't either, really.
Yeah, no,
so,
just ask Block or he'll too. Anyway, mate, you got they have a beautiful crazy lady on the panel, and Pugsley.
Yep. Oh, good.
Uglier. Pugsley.
Sure, I didn't say that.
So, mate, what's your question for us this week, Champion?
I was thinking about the run home, obviously, and thinking, what are your thoughts? Do you reckon we'll be up there by the end of the season and maybe playing finals this year? What are your thoughts? I mean, I know you have some insight, so it'd be interesting to see what you're thinking. I think
we could get up to probably as far as 6th or 7th. We wouldn't go any further than that. If we can get to 6th and get a home semi, the confidence will be up. We can win that game. Anything's possible. The only thing is there's 2 big hurdles. And the 2 big hurdles are in the shape of a Penrith Panther and a Brisbane Bronco.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Depends
I agree.
when and where, how far we go and who we have to play. But at the moment, I mean, we're going great, and there's a few other teams going great, but those 2 are just a little cut above everyone else. And I know,
absolutely.
But final time is a whole different game of football.
Yeah, that's right. And everything amps right up completely. So, yeah, that's right. But it'd be interesting to see how they go, I think, because they've really put some form in, and it's just, who would have expected it, at this time of year as well. So it's pretty exciting stuff, really.
These 2 games are pretty crunch, though, aren't they? Souths and Cronulla at home.
The next three, to be honest, like people say, oh yes, it's only St George. No, it's not only St George, and it's the last game down there. It's going to be just as hard.
I know. You're very confident the Saints can do, and I'm not very confident being a Saints supporter.
But it's the last game.
Oh,
They've got
really?
nothing to lose,
Hey.
and the Knights will have everything to gain.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
Excuse me, you got to go in there with a level head. You know.
Not being complacent as well, because that's what happens sometimes with those lesser teams. You know, they go in thinking, "Oh, we're going to smash them," and then the table gets turned around. So I've seen that happen before too.
Okay, taking your Knights coloured glasses off, and to be honest, who do you see being grand final day?
Ooh, I actually reckon it'll be Brisbane and Panthers, to be honest.
Depending on how they go, who plays who and what with the whole system. But at the moment, I can't go past them pair. But I'm throwing two darkies in as being the Knights. Anything's possible if we play as a team. If we play against them, like the teams coming up, like the Storm or the Penrith. In the early days we played them at home, not at away. We can give it a fair crack, but the other one, I mean, they've fallen off a little bit, but I reckon that'll turn back around would be the Warriors.
Oh, that's a good point. I totally forgot about the Warriors, to be honest. So
but I'd be throwing my house on the Panthers, to be honest.
Yeah, they look pretty good at the moment, so unbeatable and everything else around that. They've just got great form. They just seem to have everything happen for them. So. Although the Knights took it up to them when they had lesser form, so there could be an opportunity there too with the current form they're in now. So who knows?
Why are we all holding on to the first Knights and Penrith game? Why can't we talk about the second one?
Yeah, no thanks.
Let's not go there. No, that was just a bit tired, I think. we'll just say that.
To be honest, but the early round, it was two great form teams.
Penrith, we were missing some players due to Origin, and we didn't win because I wasn't there cheering them on.
What's his
we almost didn't win.
And what's his eye business? If I was there back in the boys, we could have won.
Nah.
Well, we just need someone to have all that charm and go in there and make sure they win it.
True.
Well, I've got to have some kind of charm. I won her over.
Yeah, that's a good win. There you go. Oh, very good,
mate. Anyway, mate, that's hopefully that answers your question for you. And, hope you're enjoying the show.
Of course, it's exciting times at the moment. So let's hope they keep up that form and we get right up there. It'll be awesome to see them do it. Yeah. All right. No, thank you.
Thanks, champion, and enjoy the rest of the show. And talk to you again soon.
No worries. All the best. Thanks, guys. Nice to chat.
Take care, mate.
Cheers, mate.
See you guys.
Who doesn't love a nice cold beer? And the best cold beer is not some other mob down the road. The best cold beer in Newcastle is found at Thirsty Messiah. The Thirsty Messiah Brewery is found at 140 Lambton Road in Broadmeadow. Get on down there for some great beer at a great price. Support the local. Thirsty Messiah Brewery in Broadmeadow.
All right, guys. Time for caller number 4. Who we got there?
Hello.
Oh, Simon.
That's my name. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. You got Crazy Lady and Pugsley on the panel tonight.
Well, how are we, team?
Well, thank you. How are you, Sam?
Well, I'm not bad for an old fella, and I do know my old fellas. So.
Oh, what can we do you for tonight?
Well, not much at all. So, I wouldn't charge you much, Dean. I wanted to say, I saw you on the TV.
Me?
Yes, I saw you at the game.
Oh, yeah, in the tunnel there. Yep.
I saw your signs, and and Terence got really excited and giggly. He said, "Oh, look, there's Big Schmidt." And so it was nice to see that you were there. Hope you enjoyed the game.
Yeah, I was there with the Crazy Lady. If you look closely, you can see her there as well. And young Portia was there, and Vassalo was there.
Oh, Christopher, how's my friend?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, he's going pretty well, actually. He actually done a Gosling. Took his shirt off and done a Gosling because Gamble scored.
Did you get any footage of that? Will we be seeing it on the show?
No, unfortunately, I didn't get, or should I say fortunately, I didn't get any footage.
Well, that's not good. I know we got footage of him last week, but...
Yeah. All right, while you're there, we'll throw it out to him. If Gamble or Thompson scores this week, or Kurt Mann, or anyone from 1 to 17, he'll do a Gosling.
Okay, so as long as anyone scores for either team, he'll do a Gosling?
Yeah, anyone scores from 1 to 17?
As long as it's Newcastle.
Okay.
Either team. So whether it's the Bunnies or not, just do a Gosling for every score, Chris.
A Gosling for every Knights that score.
No,
Anyone that scores. Either team.
That's the challenge that's been put to you.
Well, either team.
Yeah.
Every time someone scores from either team, you have to do a Gosling.
Man, my shirt's going to be going off a lot of times.
Just leave it off.
Yeah. You might as well just go shirtless, Chris.
Challenge.
He accepts the challenge, Simon.
Oh, how exciting.
Well, for some of us.
My son's still in counselling from last week.
I'm sure his lovely wife will enjoy it.
Yeah, so what's your question this week?
Well, I didn't have a question. I just wanted to say how happy and delighted I was to see you on the TV.
Oh, thank you, mate. Good to see you. I'm bringing some excitement to somebody.
Oh, more than you ever.
Other than my lovely wife.
Well, I'd hope you're bringing some excitement to her.
Oh, so do I, but yeah.
Yeah, when I hear his car leave of a morning.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
That's just shot down, isn't
I'm
it?
kidding. You know it's not true.
Yeah.
I'd text you before you even leave the driveway.
I didn't get it. Yeah, get some bread and milk, but I didn't get it.
What do you think our chances are for this week?
Sorry, mate?
What do you think our chances are?
Mate, I actually think if we play like we played last week, but improve on that again. But the key is obviously the forwards going forward to create room for Gamble, and hopefully Hastings that should be back in again, and Ponga to do his magic. But the big key for me too is Gamble to play my games with Cody Walker.
I know you've been looking forward to seeing that bit of rough and tumble, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. And I want to see the big Leo get into it too. God, he's a big lad, eh? He doesn't...
And happy to see him score his first try.
Yep, very happy. Yeah, so was everyone. Sorry, mate, we're losing you there.
I said they almost took it off him.
Yeah, no, that's... yeah.
Third time lucky.
Yeah, that's it. Well, mate, hopefully you enjoy the rest of the show, and yeah, we can talk to you before the season's out.
Of course, and enjoy the game this weekend. I hope you got tickets for everyone.
Yeah, mate, we're season ticket members, so we don't go without.
That's good. And Corey, no bowls for you this week.
I'm there at the game on Sunday.
I'm glad to hear it. You enjoy the game, and Christopher, lots of love, mwah, and we'll speak to you again soon.
All right, guys, it's time. Thanks, Simon, and it's time for caller number 5.
What the hell is going on there tonight?
Oh, mate.
You don't want to know.
It's a couple of too many little dragons for little Chris, I think.
Yeah, that's all right. How are we, guys?
Good champion yourself?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I enjoyed the game again on the weekend.
Yeah, no, it was good, wasn't it?
It wasn't bad, but I had to ask a question. The skipper for the Bulldogs, is he a bit of a sook?
Reed Marnie? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the Parramatta
Yeah.
in him. No, I'm kidding.
Former Parramatta, yeah, now Canterbury Bullflog. Yeah, he had his tears in his milk, in his cornflakes that day, that's for sure.
Tell you what, watching him complain on Sunday, he spent whining to the ref and playing the game, I think. So.
But he, you know, we couldn't see what he done wrong with Gamble on the try. Like, you lead with the knees, mate, late. Like, come on.
Oh, yeah. How did you feel seeing Gamble fire up and throw the ball at his head?
Oh, yeah, bring it on. That's just a dress rehearsal, I hope, for this weekend.
Yeah, let's hope so, but let's also hope for a win, eh?
Yeah, and Leo Thompson played rather well.
Yeah, but I'm understanding that there's some sort of high-vis jerseys being worn this week. Is that right?
Yeah, the mining jersey.
Orange.
What's the history with that?
To help celebrate, there's for those that
I
know.
don't care about that. I mean, like the win-loss history.
It's not. I think it's a good record, ads. To be honest.
But yeah,
Mind over matter.
yeah, I think so too. Like I could go out there and play my undies and probably play the same way as, if I was playing in a mine jersey, it wouldn't be any different.
They should have worn that Perth because they would have fit in over here. Yeah.
True.
Every second person wears high vis. I call it the Western Australian superhero outfit.
But yeah, no, I honestly think, let's do their high vis next year, but let's change it to the pink and blue. Like, you know how the women in the league, they
Is
celebrate.
this your Penrith, like your little slight Penrith love coming in now, or?
No. But you know how there's you got the high vis for the women, which is the pink and the blue instead of the orange.
Even the men are starting to wear pink now.
Yeah, but incorporate it to the women in league round as well. So, there's not a lot of... We're trying to sort of push away from the women in league, but use that to incorporate the same thing, and then have the pink and the blue for the minor round. Something different.
This could be something you can build a platform on when you go to take over the place.
Well, I hear a lot of voices, but...
That's called schizophrenia.
Yeah, you probably need a doctor. But, hey, I want to know, just a small thing I thought you might be interested in. Since Ponga went back to fullback, 7 wins, 3 losses, and the for and against is plus 140. So, that's, don't know why they took him out there in the first place.
And I'll say it again, that shows he's a fullback, and it shows Gamble should be the 5'8", and Hastings the halfback going forward.
Can you imagine how many more wins they would have had if he was actually at fullback for the whole season?
Yeah, but also, credit to Kalen, he's been playing some unreal football. But a lot of credit has to go to the 6 and the 7 as well. Taking a lot of pressure off off Ponga, and letting him be able to create what he does. Without a good 6 and 7 that we've got, none of that would be happening.
That's right.
But
No, just Gambles has got to learn to kick a little less high sometimes. But apart from that, they're doing good. And also Phoenix Crosland, props to that young guy who's just, lifted his game so much this year. So.
Yes.
100%. But in saying that too, going back to that, our halves and Kalen can only do so much because our forwards are dominating as well. So, credit to everyone. But I've been saying it for weeks, and it's starting to happen. Well, one, I want to see Gamble run at the line more, like he did, take the line on, and he scored. But I like his kicking game. You see, where, I don't think Ponga and Jackson have a high kick. They see some of them bombs that Gamble put up on the weekend.
Yeah, they went high, but they didn't go as far as you would have liked. And if you can fix that part, then
some were there. I mean, the ones where he did actually put them high and far. I mean, let's do that, but we need to have people chasing the ball down and putting pressure.
And regardless of what happens for the rest of this season, though, there's some really good stuff in place to build on for next year.
100%. Losing a few, unfortunately, but gaining a few as well.
Until O'Brien does something stupid and puts Cogger in over Gamble or something. But anyway, all the Hastings. Let's wait and see what happens.
No, that won't happen, or there'll be a riot.
I like Cogger. Put him in Gamble.
Excuse me.
There's going to be a riot now.
No, I like, all jokes aside, take my fan base of Gamble out. The bloke has been one of the, Greg Margie, obviously, huge buy. But what Gamble has brought to the club is what we've been missing for a long time. And we need a running 5'8" like that. And I think it's just, we need to wrap him up, give him the lighthouse, give him what he wants.
There's definitely some good signs there, and it's going to be good to see what happens over the next couple of years as they keep building that. Obviously, you have to put a few people away, but as long as you've got that core there, then the sky's the limit.
100%.
How long is Gamble signed for?
To be honest, I'm not 100% sure, but I'll do my homework on that.
I thought it was next year, but you went off from it quickly.
I thought it was only a 2-year contract too.
Well, they need to snap him up now before the 12 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because people will be shopping. Yeah. People will be shopping. I'll tell you what, he's signed for 200,000.
Well, Luai's with Penrith next year. Maybe swap.
No.
I'm
Or
kidding.
you can send Luai to the Bulldogs because they get out of play. So
Yeah, well,
My mail is a strong mail coming in that Canberra are going to push really hard for Luai. Maybe not.
okay,
Yeah, no, apparently Ricky Stewart was actually in Penrith there the other week too.
nah, apparently now Luai's staying at Penrith. That's the latest rumour.
Well, it's still not going to stop Ricky from having a good crack because Whiten's going, see, they're after a quality 5'8". So they're trying to do what they can to get a quality 5'8", and yeah.
No idea.
Time will tell.
ultimately, as long as bad things happen to the Eagles and the Roosters, then we'll all be happy. So
What's that, the Eels and the Roosters?
the Eagles and the Roosters.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
And the Eels, yeah. Stuff those flip the bastards.
Yeah, Barboy Berkey's just got your voodoo doll and he's sticking pins in it now.
Yeah, it's, you have to keep pushing harder, Gary. I'm too fat to feel it.
Oh,
All right, mate. Thanks for calling up for us this week. It's good to hear from you. Yeah, the brains trust behind the editing crew.
we appreciate you.
Yeah, you poor people using me as a brain trust. But no, it's good to catch up. And, yeah, keep chipping away at things, and I might even get over there one day.
Yes, we're just going to say, when are you coming?
Promises.
And when are you making the trip over?
If Dean had his way, yeah, so...
He'd book your ticket now.
Mate, I'm still working on that job for you. I'll just, get you
Yeah,
over
send
here.
the chopper over.
You know, there's some pretty good schools out over here for the wife to teach at too. And I mean, you could go and have lunch with Chris every day. What more do you want?
As long as he's in Gosling mode, I'm in.
It's a deal.
All right, guys.
All right, thanks, champion. And that's Talking Schmidt for this week, and we'll be back shortly.
It seems that everywhere you look these days, you're going to find somebody covered in tattoos. Tattoos are common, not like they used to be. So what do you do if you are wanting some ink that stands out from the rest of the pack? Head on down to Sayers Ink, check out some of their award-winning work. They are a great friend and sponsor of the show. Jump on their website and look at some of the work from John, from Scott, Army, Dean, Jess, Mandy. Their work is stellar, obviously long-lasting, and you'll be happy with the result. Sayers Ink, we can't promise it won't hurt, but we can promise great results. Jump on to sayers-ink.com.au.
All right, guys, and welcome back. That was Talking Schmidt for this week. And who are we going to give the tattoo voucher to, you think, this week?
Jason or Stephen?
Jason?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jason was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go Jason.
Steve was good too, but I think Jason, and no doubt Stephen will be back on again. So we'll give it to Jason this week. Anyway, Jason, you're on the wheel for the tattoo voucher. Only a few more weeks to go. So there's still a few more spots left. So we might have to give 2 away a week.
And we've also got that Harry's meal thing.
Yes, we'll give that away after. Yeah, we'll give that out probably this week, I think. But yeah, Steve done a good question too. But yeah, Jason is on the board this week. So we might get into our jokes. Jokes of the week from the Crazy Lady.
All right. 2 guys in their mid-20s are sitting at a bar having a beer. One of the guys says to his buddy, "Man, you really look tired." His buddy says, "Dude, I'm exhausted. My girlfriend wants lovemaking all the time. 3, 4, even 6 times a night, every night. She wakes me up at all hours. I just don't know what to do." A fellow about 70, sitting a couple of stools down, overheard the conversation. He looked over at the 2 young men and with the wisdom of years says, "Marry her. That'll put a stop to all that nonsense."
Next.
That went down like a lead balloon.
Sure.
Yeah, true. I was sitting on my own in a restaurant when I saw a beautiful woman at another table. I sent her a bottle of the most expensive wine on the menu. She sends me a note. "I will not touch a drop of this wine unless you can assure me that you have 7 inches in your pants." So I wrote back, Return me the wine. As gorgeous as you are, I'm not cutting off 3 inches for anyone.
That's how we met, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What, you had 7 inches?
It was a cold day.
Betty went to the cemetery every day in her village to water the flowers on her grave of her deceased husband, Harry. When she was finished, she always walked backwards when leaving the grave. One day her friend Layla asked, "Betty, why do you always leave the cemetery walking backwards?" Betty answered, "When Harry was alive, he always told me, 'You've got such a great ass, it could bring a dead man back to life.' I'm not taking any chances."
Dead man walking.
Wow.
One more.
You got any more?
Oh, you want another
I
one?
like that one, but yeah, that was good.
All right.
Any Johnnies?
No, they're a bit dried up.
No Johnnies.
This one's another pommy one, though.
Okay.
Paddy and Mick were both laid off, so they went to the unemployment office. When asked his occupation, Paddy answered, "Knicker stitcher. I sew elastic onto ladies' knickers and thongs." The clerk looked up knicker stitcher on his computer and finding it classified as unskilled labour, he gave him an $80 a week unemployment pay. Mick was next in, and when asked his occupation, he replied, "Diesel fitter." Since a diesel fitter was a skilled job, the clerk gave Mick $160 a week. When Paddy found out, he was furious. He stormed back into the office to find out why his friend and co-worker were collecting double his pay. The clerk explained, "Knicker stitchers are unskilled labour and diesel fitters are skilled labour." "What skill?" yelled Paddy. "I sew the elastic on the knickers and the thongs, then Mick puts them over his head and says, 'Yep, diesel fitter.'"
I like that one too. Was that you for this week?
Yeah, wasn't that bad?
No, that was good. I liked him. But, getting to the business end of the season. Who you got this week?
Titans.
Titans. That won't be easy.
It's up there, Queensland.
Won't be easy.
No
Towards the
game
end.
is.
No. Anyway, enjoy the Knights game this week too. Packed house. So we'll see you there on Sunday.
I'll enjoy it because you'll be there.
Oh, God love you. Also, a big shout out, I must say, to the crazy lady who made some little boy's day on the weekend. We gave her Viliame kick out. Big cutout of him to some little Canterbury fan. So, yeah.
Maybe I jinxed Viliame. Maybe that's why he played bad.
No, that was a good thing. Anyway, good on you for doing that. It made some little kid day, and no doubt it's probably hanging up in his bedroom. So, good
I'll
gesture.
be doing it to Stephen Crichton next year.
Yeah, well, stay tuned, Bulldogs fans. Anyway, thanks for that, and we'll catch you next week.
You will.
All right, we'll take another short break and be back shortly.
Palmy or Palmer, it doesn't matter where you're from. It's Palmy, by the way. The best schnitzels in town are just around the corner at Harry's, where they cook chicken the way nature intended, flattened, crumbed and golden. Nothing beats a good schnitzel. There are burgers, there's chips, there's all sorts of wonderful food there to be had. Grab yourself a Harry's loyalty card, get on down and enjoy some of the best chicken you'll ever have. It's really good schnit. Get on to Harry's at the Junction, Jesmond, Marketown, Thornton, Erina and Toronto. It is Sasquatch approved. It is Nighttime Podcast approved. Harry's Schnitzel's the best in town.
All right, guys, welcome back, and it's time to go around the grounds and do the scores from last week. Boy, Berkey.
Yes, Thursday night. Manly Sea Eagles 12, Penny Panthers 24.
Interesting game, wasn't it?
It was pretty good.
There was a lot of intercepts to start the game.
Yeah, Reuben Garrick had a bit of a brain snap, didn't he, with the kicking?
I thought it was going to turn into a kicking duel back in the old 80s.
Yeah, it was a bit silly, but
it didn't work for him anyway.
But Penrith just showed the class they are. No matter what, they just grind through and just.
Yeah, well, Manly gave it to them in the first half, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Manly played probably the best game they've played for a long time, to be honest. But yeah,
Manly scored first too, didn't they?
I think they did. Yeah,
Penrith came back.
Yeah,
that's Penrith to do that too. They'll give you a sniff and go, no, just joking. But yeah, Penrith still for me the heavyweight favourites to do a three-peat.
Who can stop them?
The bin chickens, it's game over for me.
Yep.
Not much you can say about that one, really, guys. So, yeah. Penrith Panthers just a class act. Move on, I suppose.
The other Friday night game, Sharkies 36, Titans 6. Bit disappointing.
Yeah, Titans, once again, another disappointment package of the year, really. But yeah, even the Sharks are still not. I'm not 100% impressed, and they're a top 8 team maybe, but they're not a top 4 team. So they won't win the comp this year.
Wouldn't be surprised if they play the Knights in the first week of the finals.
The Sharks? I won't say no because we can do them. So moving on.
Do we have to do the next one?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. What's the next one, sir?
Yeah. Broncos 54, my Eels 10. I actually rang Brad up about this, and he said just wanted the blokes to have a bit of tackling practice. So,
Yeah, they had a lot.
Had a hell
I
of a
thought
lot.
he's going to say he's going to put you on the bench this week.
I don't think I did any worse. The thing was,
You reckon he looks a bit like Ian Heron?
It does.
the thing with the Broncos, like if you throw the ball up against the wall, someone would have caught it and scored. They didn't do a thing wrong.
Yeah,
that's right. And
I think they would have beat just about any team.
And
I like to see that, and the Penny Panthers do that type of battle in the grand final.
When they're both at their full force playing their best football, that would be an epic game.
Yep.
And just goes to show why Brisbane is second, like with that high score.
100%. But see, I used to hate watching the Broncos play in the 90s and the early 2000s.
Dominated.
I hated them with a passion. But, I mean, they're dominating now, but I like watching them play.
They're very entertaining.
I like Jordan Ricky. I think he's a really big future, that kid. Obviously, Payne Haas has signing on again. Anyone know the amount?
1.2.
1.2
Did he sign,
mil.
did he? 'Cause the union and that were chasing him still, I heard.
Well, he's
signed.
Signed with the Bronx.
1.2 mil.
For how many years?
Oh no, I'm just looking at dollar signs. Yeah, moving on anyway to the...
I think the Eels are going to be struggling now with Mitchell out with his busted jaw.
It's game over.
I'll tell you what, they showed a lot of courage to do it in the 3rd minute of the game and played till half time. So, yeah.
I mean, you can see some success things come out of the Eels this year. Jermaine Hopgood for a starter.
Yeah, brilliant.
It's onwards and upwards. Next year, totally different story, but they're always going to struggle, I thought, this year, Parramatta, with the loss of the calibre. They've lost a few. Then had Campbell Gillard out for a bit as well, so a few injuries. So.
But one of them, the big one, is Marvin Nakore, who went to the Warriors. He's a gun.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
So it's time to go to Bali for the Eels.
I'll carry the bags. Saturday, the Rabbits 26 over the Dragons 14.
Bit of a could have, should have, and probably didn't, but it should have been the Dragons.
Did you put your money on this, Minion? Because you said the Dragons would beat South. So you were
I
very
did have a
confident.
little mouldy on it, but I unfortunately lost it.
Oh, did you? Put it on the wrong way.
Yeah, I went the Dragons. I thought they would have put a bit more of a fight up. Sorry, Corey.
Oh, yeah.
I think we all did.
I'm not going to blame a referee decision that's going to cost them the game.
Yeah, but you can. In that instance, you can, to be honest. Like,
it kills momentum, but anyway, it's one of those things, you know what I mean, and that we're going to Bali probably soon too. So and probably can't wait for the season to finish.
Yeah, Blake Laurie had a pretty good game too.
Yeah, he's a good player.
14 runs, 135 metres and 28 tackles.
Yeah, he goes okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully a couple of good signings coming next year will help the cause.
It's not a good sign, but for the Knights, we signed Jed Cartwright. In the warm-up, he suffered back spasms in the warm-up and withdrew from the game. I know it's probably nothing, but still, you don't want...
Maybe they just spend too much time warming up.
Well, That's what Gus Gould said. Back in the day, they never warmed up the sheds and ran out.
No.
Smoking 2 meat pies.
No, they used to just remember when they used to just go across the road at Blackley Park there and just warm up and then walk across the road and then.
Or it's that where the Knights office is now, where the shop is. They just warm up out the side there as well. Yeah. And back in the day when you were a kid, you used to love that too, because you'd go stand out when the main gate is now and you see the players walking in and out after the warm up, and it was, you know, used to be up close, and it was good when
everything's just so structured and it's out in the field.
See, to me, I do, but I don't like them warming up in the field at the start. I think when they warm up outside and come running out for the first time, it's sort of more spine tingling for the crowd. But yeah, I know it's just the way it is these days, I suppose. But
the world we live in.
Yeah. Anyway,
moving on.
Yeah, Graham Annesley's come out and said that that was right. I don't know how, but
because they looked at a different camera angle to what all the other camera angles.
Well, show us that camera angle.
Yeah.
If they're looking at a different camera angle, why not release it to the public and say, well, this is why we're right?
Exactly.
Do you know why? Because there was none. There was no camera angle that they're looking at.
Half the team was in front of the kicker.
That's right. There was no camera angle. If there was, okay, you do something wrong, Gaz, and you got evidence to prove your story right. Do you show people?
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on, mate.
Saturday, Tigers 22, our Warriors 30.
It was so convincing, the old Warriors, weren't they? Tigers really gave it to them.
Tigers slowly gelling.
Is there a better winger in the game, excluding Tu'u and Marju, because obviously, than DWZ at the moment?
He's going well, isn't he?
He's certainly in some good form. Mind you, though, they tried that. They did give. I think he lost the ball.
Yeah. But from a different angle, he didn't. But yeah, no, it's it was a 50-50.
Yeah,
I'm happy he had it, but stellar performance. Dane Laurie, I was a bit iffy when Penrith re-signed him, but since Penrith signed him for next year, he's been playing some good football.
He will probably fit into that system again very well.
Yeah, well, everyone that plays under Ivan seems to fit. I don't know what it is he got there, but must be the donuts. Aidan Fanua-Blake due through some metres, 262 metres off 26 carries.
Here's your other New Zealand, alluding to, there's your other prop for New Zealand.
That's right.
Aidan Fanua-Blake.
Is he? He's definitely, yeah. I wasn't sure.
I think he's a key, one of them, but he's
Since going from Manly to there, but he's turned into a different person. He was a bit of a grubby.
He played at St George too when he got arrested. Yeah, back when he was in juniors there. So they got rid of him and went to Manly.
He's in the top 5 props of the game.
Yeah,
has to be. And a lot of the Warriors' successes coming off the back of that. I mean, then you got Barney. Barney's playing in the front row now with him. And then you got Niokora, or what his name is, how do you say it?
Niokora.
There's they got a fair lineup too.
And another bloke who's left another club to go to another club and played better in that system, and I didn't rate him, Jackson Ford.
Yes. Even bloke at Curran.
Oh yeah, Curran was always reasonably
very
well.
underrated. They've got a good side. Yeah, but the Tigers, they were so close. So close. I tell you what, Tigers will win this week.
Put a lot of pressure on the Dragons as we've got Melbourne, so we're in danger of losing getting the spoon, baby.
Just hold my phone to the next segment, but Tigers will win this week.
Yeah.
Moving on, Gaz.
The other one on Saturday was the Roosters 30, the Dolphins 14. Getting disappointed with the Dolphins.
Yeah, but who cares? It's Wayne Bennett's team. Yeah. But yeah, Dolphins are. They go, we only wanted to go out and play consistent football throughout the year. We're never going to win the comp. Well, you don't have that attitude as a coach.
No.
You know, if I'm a coach, we can win the comp. Why can't we? We're just as good as every other team.
To be brutally fair, for their first season, though, it's been a pass.
Yes, yeah and no, but I don't care. If I'm Wayne Bennett, I don't go with the attitude, oh no, we're never going to win the comp. It's about playing some consistent football week in, week out. No, it's not. I go out there each week going, my boys are just as good as the next, and we can win the comp.
They've got some good signings going there next year. So,
I mean, but just his attitude where he goes, it was never that we're going to win the comp this year. We never set out to do that. Well, yes, you do. That's why you're there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why you're paying the bucks for them.
Was that another job for me?
I think so.
Don't Smitter.
Mate, you're going to be a rich bugger.
Oh, Channel 9 might have the podcast next to.
There's not enough hours in the day for him to do everything.
No, it's just, yeah, that's to me. You know, like I used to coach some junior teams when I was back in the days too. And, you know, confidence. Show them. Like, I watch Cruz's team plays on the weekends soccer. And there's a goalkeeper, a young goalkeeper, and he's doing some big saves, and, you know, and we're sitting behind it. No one's really giving him a lot of praise except for his players, but me on it, hey buddy, awesome save, well done mate, and he's thank you, and you can see the confidence just grow straight up. It wasn't much longer after that, bang, awesome, massive save, like a lot of other goalkeepers would have put it through in the goal. Hey Lucas, well done buddy, good stuff, keep going. Oh thanks mate, thank you. The confidence of the kids just grew. I mean, that's what you want to do, hey? Back your team.
Yep.
So whether if even at that age, I mean, good, bad, whatever, you just encourage them.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're 7, 17, or 27.
Yeah.
Wayne Bennett, his influence towards these blokes playing football, if he's going there going, yeah, guys, you know, like that, that's a big thing. Wayne Bennett's the godfather of the league, really, isn't he? So, yeah, I just found that bullshit.
Yeah.
I can say that.
Sunday game. We've got the Storm 48 to the Raiders 2.
So obviously the Raiders scored first with 2 points, did they?
You would think so. Yeah, very disappointing. We won't go too much into that because poor Shane, but yeah, Harry Grant continued his try scoring run. Yeah, he's just in some great form, Harry Grant. Nick Meaney, 171 run meters, 10 tackle breaks. They're saying Pappenhausen's going to come back. How can you move him out of fullback?
Where are you going to put him?
No, put Pappenhausen on the bench. Put him as an impact player.
No, they reckon that Meaney's going to get the chop.
Well,
okay.
I feel sad for him.
Meaney shouldn't. They shouldn't even move
Meaney
him.
should go and find another club that he's going to be stable at.
They shouldn't even move him out of fullback. If you're going to do anything, put what's his name, Skippy Pappenhausen in the centres, because Justin Olam's on the way out.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that someone you'd look at?
Dragons were looking at Justin Olam.
Why would you get rid of Justin Olam? Why would you, mate?
Exactly.
All right, I know where he'll end up.
Parramatta with his wife Elsie.
Dolphins.
Yeah. Well, they've just signed. Well, they've got Herbie Farmworth out of the Dolphins. He's signed for their next year, but Justin Olam would be a good signing.
Because half the other Storm players are gone there, so one on him.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Last but not least, we'll go to the next segment, huh?
No way.
We'll talk about this one.
Knights 42, the Bulldogs 6.
What a go.
I think we've said just about all we can say, isn't
it's
it?
only one word and one word only on Smitter's lips, and that is gamble.
Gamble time. Oh, no, and Leo.
Yeah,
Unleash the beast.
And 6 wins in a row.
No, that's too many words. No, but yeah, I honestly think a big part of that win last week was the performance of Leo Thompson, and I think a lot of the other forwards just followed him. But a big thing has to go to Gamble too, especially when I feel that when Jackson went off, Gamble sort of stepped up, took control. But I've been saying it all year, where he's close to the line, run at the line, attack the line, and it worked. And I want him to do more of the kicking in general play.
Yeah.
But
And I've said it all year and all year. It's been consistent for the Knights this year, except for probably a handful of games they haven't played perfect. But this has been a really good season for them.
okay, Ponga starts the year at fullback. Gamble at 5'8". Hastings at 7. Are we further up the ladder?
Definitely.
Well, I reckon you'll be at least another 2 or 3 wins.
I reckon we would be in the middle of the 8th. They ran 5th or 6th.
Because them games we lost 2-1 points.
Yeah,
we
100%.
won them games.
We should have won it. Like you look at Gamble against Penrith, that field goal. That we were so close.
Yeah.
We let a game get away.
And this 6-week run that they've won, the 2 games that stand out is the Melbourne game, where nobody thought they would win,
No.
and going down to Canberra and winning there as well.
Oh, Canberra, yeah, sort of speak, but not Melbourne.
Yeah.
But yeah, just goes to show anything's possible. Anyway, moving on. Yeah,
That's it.
that's us. Anyway, time for give away some stuff too.
Yes.
Harry's, where we asked everyone to share the posts and that. Who was the one that done it the most and most
The
interactive?
winner, is Maxine Steele.
Maxine Steele, you have won the voucher for 2 Harry's schnitzels and 2 drinks. But if you didn't win, don't worry. We will have some Harry's vouchers. I don't know the value of them or don't know what yet, but we will have some vouchers for Harry's schnitzels on the crew at the game on Sunday. So all you got to do is come up and find these 2 ugly mugs and a couple of others there at the game and say g'day and get on camera, and we might even have a few. We've got a few giveaways for the weekend. So, but also, it's that easy. And next week we might give away a Little Dragon pack and a Nighttime pack. So Little Dragon and Nighttime is a Little Dragon t-shirt, thanks to Little Dragon, obviously, and a few Nighttime little goodies too. So we'll give that away next week. But moving on, guys, to Teamless Tuesday, guys, eh?
Yep.
Teamless for the boys first, eh? Got that handy? I do.
Yep. At the back.
Oh, there we go. You want to do the rabbits? You like doing the rabbits?
Yeah, I'll do the rabbits. I'll hop into this.
Yep, hop into that.
Yep. So fullback is Latrell Mitchell. Wingers are Alex Johnson and Tane Milne, and the centre pairing of Isaiah Tass and Campbell Graham. In the halves, we got Cody Walker and Lachlan Ilias. Packing the scrum is Cameron Murray. Second rowers are Jacob Host and Keon Kalamatungi. And the front row is Shaq Mitchell, Damien Cook and Jai Arrow. And on the bench is Tallis Duncan, Michael Cheekham, Silva Havili and Davey Mole.
Not a bad team. Good team on paper. Anyway, getting the Knights one. Number 1, Kalen Ponga. 2, Dominic Young. 3, Dane Gay-Guy, and number 4, return of Bradman Bass. I feel sorry for Anali Tawala. Played a great game last week. But how could you leave Bradman out?
This goes to show they've got reasonably good depth, haven't they?
And, the only one he could have probably would have been Dom Young, but Dom Young didn't play bad either. So, unfortunately, he misses out. Greg Marju on the wing. Tyson Gamble and Jackson Hastings in the halves. But there's still an injury.
Subject to a fitness test.
Yeah. Jacob Saifidi, Phoenix Crosland, Leo Thompson, Tyson Frizzell, Lockie Fitz, and Adam Elliott. On the interchange bench, we got the ever reliable Kurt Mann. As soon as Kurt Mann come on again last week, first touch, scored a try. Week before, first touch, scored a try.
Did he play dummy half?
Yep.
And they're getting rid of him.
Yeah, I won't say what I said on the weekend, but anyway. Jack Heverington and Matt Croker.
Strong bench.
Yeah.
Doesn't really change a hell of a lot.
I do feel sorry for Brody Jones. He come on, was activated as the 18th man. I thought played strong. Didn't foot wrong, but he's now been punted not just from 18th man, but down to on the reserves. So he's probably got no chance of playing this week. So I thought that was a bit rough.
Yeah. Reserve grade, I'd say then. Are they this weekend or is it women's before the men?
Yeah, women's.
Women's, right.
So, yeah. I was just not real... that was a bit of a kick in the butt for Brady, I think. But yeah, anyway. Good game. I think we can do them. But yeah, or put it down to our forwards going forward and then what the halves do. So we'll see Knights for me.
Yep, Knights for me.
Knights.
Gary. Yep.
All right, and yeah, we'll quickly jump into some of the other rounds games this week, and then we'll get into the women.
Yep.
So the first game this week, Gaz, Cowboys and the Sharks.
It's going to be a hard one, this one. Hard one to pick. I'm
going to take the Cowboys, because especially it's up there at Country Bank. Cowboys by 22.
22, ooh.
That's a lot. I think it'd be a lot closer than that.
22, yeah.
I think Cowboys by about 8.
I reckon it'll be like 28-6.
Okay.
All right, the Cowboys
run away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Cowboys by 2. I think it'll be a low scoring game.
I'm going the Cows by 6.
Fair enough. Next one, the Auckland Warriors against the Bin Chickens.
Warriors
for me.
Yeah, you can't go past the Warriors. Next one, the Dirty Chooks against the Eels.
Probably have to go the Chooks on this one, unfortunately.
And that is going to be one of our pick of the weeks, pick the score for the fridge. So we're going to do it free this week because I want to give that fridge away. So that's our first one. Another men's one and a women's one. Yeah. So Eels, you reckon Eels can cause an upset?
If they can get someone in to replace Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch May's gone. Yeah, no, sorry.
Who is a halfback? Yeah. Or is Gutherson gone to 5'8" and Dylan Brown gone to 7?
No idea. I got no idea. I think they'll leave Dill where he is because that's where he plays best at. They just got to get someone to fill it. They can't put Jake Arthur in, that's for sure.
He's gone now, isn't he? I reckon I know who they'll go with. I can't remember his name. He plays a lot of reserve grade. He's played a lot of... Jordan Rankin.
Oh, is he still playing with them?
He still played reserve grade, yeah.
That was a blast on the pass. He's going to be the next best thing and then gone.
Parramatta for me. Naturally.
No, Roosters. Roosters.
You love the Roosters, don't you?
I don't mind a good old barbecue chicken. Good sandwich.
Nice one.
Yeah, I'll take the Roosters.
Roosters.
Next one, the Tigers and the Dolphins. And I'm going to say it here first. The Tigers will win this one.
Yep. Tigers for me. Won't be fins up this week.
Tigers by 12.
Tigers.
Like a tiger.
Won't be fins up, that's for sure.
Nah. Titans versus the Panthers. Hard to go past the Panthers, but the Titans are paying $7.
Wow.
Panthers
for me.
Yeah, hard to tip against them at the moment. Drag Queens and Storm. Drag Queens paying $5.25 against the Storm. Anything's possible. I'll take Storm.
Yeah, Storm for me.
I think Storm will run away with it.
Storm.
Storm boy. Knights and Bunnies, as we've said, we've all done who we thought, but this is another pick of the week game for the score. So be sure to get in and put your tips in for that. And you never know, you could be walking away with this fridge there, guys. Well, the same as that anyway.
While we're on the subject of the fridge, check that out.
Full of little dragon. But yeah.
Can't get any more dragons in there.
But you can win the fridge exactly the same as that in any team you want.
Even Parramatta.
Yeah. But I probably recommend the Knights one because it's working really good at this time of the year. So
not like the Dragons, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't, would it?
Well, it's obviously working because there's plenty of little dragons in there.
No, we're talking about a Dragons one.
He's trying to give it to you.
He is. Not the first time.
That's for a different show. Anyway, Yeah, and then the last one, the poor Raiders against the Bulldogs down there at GIO Stadium. Raiders will bounce back, surely. Surely.
Surely they'd bounce back.
I'll take the Raiders.
Tough one, but yeah, going the Raiders.
The doggies aren't doing much.
Nah, that's right. Well, that's the men's for this week. Some good games. Don't forget, if you can't get to the game, but you want to watch it somewhere in town, the Gal.
Yep.
With nighttime happy hour too, cheap drinks, and you can go in the draw to win a Knights signed autograph Anzac jersey. But before the game, if you're looking for a great feed and a great a beer before the game, which have also a Little Dragon on tap, firstly, Messiah, right there at Broadmeadow. So just up from McDonald's. So the price you pay for Macca's these days, you can go in and have a nice pizza or something else I got there, but I totally recommend the pizza. Yeah. So we might take another quick break and be back shortly.
Are you looking for something a little bit different, perhaps? Something a little bit out of the ordinary? Head down to the Liquidators Raymond Terrace. Liquidators is a discount variety store. They specialise in all sorts of different home decor items, candles, even hardware. There's costumes and wigs for that fancy dress party. There's art, all sorts of things that are a little bit different. Liquidators Raymond Terrace. That's 34 William Street in Raymond Terrace.
Welcome back, guys, and time for a bit of NRLW. First up of the rank, the Drag Queens versus the Raiders on a tight one there, 18-19. The Raiders.
That was in Golden Point.
So Raiders got a good team this year.
Probably better than our squad.
I still can't get over that lady that's transitioning. That's shouldn't be allowed, honestly. Yeah. Anyway, so moving on to the next one, the Cowboys 16 over the West Tigers 12. West Tigers, I thought the West Tigers had a decent side.
Yeah, they've had what, 2 or 3 wins in a row now. They've lost their next two.
The Cowboys have picked up pretty well this year.
A lot of ex-Knights players.
Yes.
They're actually a really good team, actually.
Tom Romy, or she at the
who?
Romy Teitzel.
She's at the Broncos.
Yeah, or Kira Dibb.
Yeah, and Auden Stevens.
Or Daly,
Yeah, or whatever her name is. Yeah, she's there. So you got a few there. So they're going pretty well too. The Broncos 22 over the Eels 12. Broncos are pretty not a bad side, so we'll have our work cut out this week. What's her name?
Ali Brigginshaw.
Tamika Upton, I think, still probably the best player in the game, but is she a close second?
She's pretty good. Jessica Surgis or Isabel
She'll be
Kelly.
in the top 5.
Yeah, definitely.
Been around for a while. Good player.
Yeah, I still think, to me, you get players in the game that can they've just got that football brain. And, they may not, I just think, like an Andrew Johns. I know this is a big statement, but Andrew Johns just had that football brain. I just get that feeling with Tamika Upton. She's got that kind of, she just sits there and she can vision things, see things, and I think
reads the play before it happens.
Yes, a bit like Johns, and
She's everywhere.
I think we done. People saying, we should have kept Millie. No offense, Millie, great player, great person, but I think Upton's the future of ours, especially too guiding the young ones like Jesse Southwell around too. So moving on, the Sharks went down 12 to the Roosters 36. Roosters are stacked with marquee players. How do you do it? We had to get rid of marquee players. Can only keep one. How do they keep 3 or 4?
And the Sharkies were up 12-0 in this game too.
Well, I'm telling you, excuse me, when Schmidt comes on board as the NRL boss, they'll be getting audited.
Bit of first club, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 100%. And then on to the Knights on the weekend, 22-10 over the Titans. Back again on to Tamika Upton. Scored Awesome try.
Yeah, well,
Zigzag through a few of them.
Yeah, and handed the Titans their first loss for this girls' season. So
Okay, I know it's only been a few weeks into it, but who's your team? Who's the pick without having your loyalties? Who is the front runner for the competition, you think?
well, the Roosters will be the benchmark. Obviously, the Broncos and the Knights and the Titans, I think, will be the.
Who's your two to be in the grand final?
I'm going to go Knights and probably Roosters.
yeah, Knights and I think Broncos.
Yeah, Knights and what Corey said.
Roosters.
I was going to say the Bronx, but the Roosters. 3 marquee players and whatnot. You know.
It'll be interesting, but too, because there's been a lot of speculation about a few players weren't happy with a certain few Knights players in the team from last year. So it'll be interesting to see when they come up against each other. See if there's any
niggle.
Yeah, any niggle in the especially that number 17 from the weekend. Pettibone, is it?
Taylor Pettibone.
Yeah,
she's
good
really
bloke.
good.
Yeah.
And that number 2, what's her name? She played soccer last year.
Abigail or Jasmine? No. Abigail Roach.
Sheridan Gallagher.
Oh, Sheridan Gallagher. Yeah.
She's got some
She
speed.
played with the Wanderers. Yeah.
Oh, she played soccer.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
And her old career changed. Like,
Yes.
she's playing really well.
Yeah. So this is.
You got the women's team list there, mate?
I definitely have.
Yeah, you want to do the women's team list?
Righto, so we'll go with the ladies and the Knights ladies. So we'll go with that. So the fullback is Tamika Upton, and the wingers are Sheridan Gallagher and Jasmine Strange. In the centre pairing of Shanice Parker and Abigail Roach. And the 5'8" is the import Georgia Roach and Jessie Southwell.
Are they relations?
No.
No.
We'll have a look at the name there, Roach with an A and Roach with, yeah. So that sort of spells that there's no relation there.
I didn't see that, but
That's all
there you
good.
say it, yep.
Thanks for that. In the forwards, mate, so the front row is Simone Carpani, Olivia Higgins, and this is a bit all over the place here. Thank you very much with that. We've got Yasmin Clydesdale, Hannah Southwell, and on the interchange bench there's Nita Maynard, Kayla Romanek, Lation Albert Jones, and Taylor Predabon.
Hang on. This is a little bit all over the place. Thanks very much for whoever did that. He's talking about his own notes.
Well, I'm missing a 10 and an 11 here.
Oh, I'll give him that one. It was the Chris done it.
Yeah. So it must have. So my apologies there. The ink has ran out on the piece of paper.
Yeah, well, yeah. So that's a pretty good side. The keys for me, it's would be obviously Tamika Upton and Jessie Southwell. But that Shanice Parker got 10 in the bin. I didn't see what that was for.
No, I missed it.
Anyway, Titans.
Yep, the Bronx, should I say?
Oh, yeah, sorry, Bronx.
So fullback is Hayley Maddock. The wingers are Lauren Dam and Ashley Werner. The centre pairing is Mele Hufunga and Shania Chisolka. The 5'8" is Gail Broughton, and number 7 is Ali Bridenshaw. In the forwards is Anita Claudia Nasala, Destiny Brill, and again I'm missing a 10 and 11 here. Apologies for the ink. The 5 in the second row is Rummy Teitzel, and the 13 is Maria Denman. On the interchange bench is Jada Ferguson, Philomena Hanisi, Chelsea Lendudusi, and Tony Hunt.
Knights.
Yep, Knights for me.
On the back of Tamika Upton's performances in the last couple of weeks, can't go past that. So yeah, I'm taking the Knights, that's for sure. Also, just quickly before we wrap the show up too, we've got a bit of injuries this week. The Knights, Hastings, ankle, that's a day-to-day. Christian Mapalongi, shoulder, season. Bailey Hodgson, season, shoulder. Jaden Brayley, knee, season. Cowboys, well, that's not right. Oh, yeah, it is, sorry. James Tamu, foot. He should be back in round 25, 26. I forgot about James Tamu. Do you reckon he'll retire at the end of the year?
Wouldn't be far off it.
Jeremy Minor, Maya Nanai, shoulder round 26, 27. Val Holmes, suspended finals. And Tom Chester, knee, season. Parramatta, oh, good. Andrew Davey, to be confirmed. He's got a head knock. Sean Lane, round 26, elbow. Zach Sinney, hand, finals. Matt Dory, ankle, finals. Mitch Moses, eye socket, season. Josh Hodgson, neck, season, and career.
I wouldn't be. I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if he retires as well.
Pretty sure he is, isn't
Yeah, I think he's gone.
he? Yeah, it's not the way you want to see him go out. Penrith Panthers, Mitch Kenny, to be confirmed. It just says Spencer Lino, knee, round 26, but there was rumours he might be ready this week, so good to see him come back soon. Taylor May, season, Rabbits. Jed Cartwright, to be confirmed. He's got a back problem. Hamo Saleh, is that how you say it?
Saleh. Yeah.
Harm Saleh, to be confirmed. This, not saying what he is. And Tavita Tawala is a knee. He's indefinite. So,
He was one of the premier front rowers for South there a few years ago.
St George Illawarra Dragons, they got a big list. Zach Lomas, shoulder, to be
I
confirmed.
believe he's back this week.
Oh, he's back. Francis Milo, head knock, to be confirmed. Jaden Sullivan, hamstring, round 26. Jack the bedsheet, suspended, round 27. Tyrell,
Sloan. Oh, Philly Mayano.
that's him, hip, season. Cody Ramsey, illness, season. What's going on with him?
Well, there's been a bit on the quiet there for a while, but
Is he going to be all right?
I hope so.
So do I. I don't want to see the poor
But
bloke
there's
going.
rumours that when Flanagan comes to the club next year, that he's got Lomax coming in. He wants Lomax to play fullback, being a bigger body. So it spells a bit of trouble for Sloan and Ramsey.
Well, Rob Ramsey's been crook. Like, some bad illness. So, poor bugger.
He might take over the home loan property next year.
Yeah, maybe he might medical retire.
Yeah.
So, Jaden Sewer, is it?
Yeah, Jaden Sewer. Yeah.
Shoulder season.
One
Jack
bloke with
Bird.
this for a while.
Yeah, shoulder season. Roosters, not that we care, but Nafalu White, is that him? Knee. Paul Momorowski, shoulder indefinite. Connor Watson, knee indefinite. Silatai,
Tupanua.
that will sound alright to me. Neck indefinite, and Angus Crichton, knee. And Mushrooms indefinite. Warriors, Wade Egan, throat. Did you see that? That was pretty nasty, eh? To be confirmed. Tamare Martin, leg, round 26. Ali Loyatia, hamstring, season. Braden Villiami, season. And Villangi Kupu, if that's how you say it. Foot, season. West Tigers, Charlie Sains, hamstring, to be confirmed. And Adam Dewey, season. There's a few.
Well done on your pronunciations too.
Yeah, not bad. Anyway, that just about wraps us up for this week. So we'll do a few board predictions, starting with the rather slick haircut man over there, Barboy Gary.
Eels
To lose. That's not very bold.
Royally.
to win
How much?
by 8.
Nice. Corey.
I'm going to go the Knights to win in Golden Point with a Tyson Gamble field goal to seal it.
From where?
About 35.
Does that activate a Gosling?
Yes.
If he doesn't get it,
That'll activate a
Well,
Gosling.
it has to anyway, because he took on the challenge for every time the Knights score.
Yeah.
Was it every time the Knights or every time?
Is
I
this
think it
a
was
try
every
or,
time.
Anyone's
is this a
time
try or
the Rabbits
or-
and the
yeah.
Knights.
Yeah, we might have to elaborate. Maybe if they score a try, we might be able to have to do a Gosling 1 to 17, not a goal.
Yeah, just a try from the Knights.
Yeah.
And it,
he might get cold otherwise.
Too bad if they score 10 though.
Wait, but what happens if Tyson Gamble scores a double again, or Leo? What does that activate a double Gosling? Not sure he knows what a double Gosling is, but we'll tell him in the break.
or a Gosling and sing You're Simply the Best, a couple of verses of it or something while he's doing
No, I'll just take the Gosling, thanks.
No, with the Gosling.
Oh, right. Yeah. So
I'm going to go the Knights to win 13 plus, and Daniel Safidi come off the bench and score underneath the post.
Does that activate a Gosling?
Yeah, it will.
There's all these clauses.
any of the forwards, any of the props, starting or off the bench, or hookers, score, that activates a Gosling.
Yeah, right. I'm with you, Chris.
I might have to sit next to this.
I'll be the cameraman.
I'm going to sit as far away as possible.
What, from the TV screen? While you're cleaning?
Well, my bold prediction will be Kurt Mann will score again from dummy half to make it three weeks in a row. And he's going to be a try-scoring machine. Leo Thompson to get another one this week.
What does that activate?
Gosling.
Excited Smitter.
The Phantom circuit?
The what?
You're going to put the Phantom stuff on?
I don't have it.
Okay.
If you can get it, I'll wear it.
All right.
But I don't have it. That was back when I was 16-year-old.
Oh,
What's this?
Well, you're going to have to put another, obviously not having a go at you, but you have to put a bigger size on than what you were when you were 16.
I think he was having a go at you.
You're grown, you're filled out.
Well,
oh, you're saying he's fat?
Yeah, well, it's true. I reckon we should do a dress-up show, why not?
I think we already have.
No, that was just...
Chris will quite like that dress.
Up.
Yeah, well, true. Anyway...
Chris will come as Elvis.
Oh. Anyway, that's our show for tonight. I'd like to thank the crazy lady, Adam, Corey,
thank you,
Minion,
thank you,
Shane behind the camera, Chris behind the whatever he does with the directors, clappers and stuff, Barboy Berkey, and all of our sponsors. We couldn't do it without you. And a big shout out to our new beer sponsor, Little Dragon, and the bar fridges from Bar Fridges Australia. So don't forget to keep an eye out for us this week at the game and come and find us, and we will have some I reckon probably about 20 vouchers to give away, maybe something like that. 20,
Amazing.
25 vouchers, something like that. So first in, best dressed. But
Thank you, Harry's.
Yeah, big shout out to Harry Snitzel. So don't forget, go into the game before or after or even anytime, go and get a Harry Snitzel, home of the famous add beetroot and onion.
Oh, stop it. You're
yum.
making me hungry.
Sour cream, sweet chili sauce.
Getting hungry.
Anyway.
I will be around Thornton on the weekend, so I just might have to pop in.
Yeah, it will be good. And actually, don't forget to tell them that we sent you. Anyway, guys, yeah, big shout out to Adam. I think I've said that, but I'm just looking at you guys, and that's sad. We're gonna have to get rid of that picture soon. Kurt Mann in the Knights gear.
Auction it off.
No, I'll be keeping it, but
let's get him to sign it for you.
Yeah, it was sad to see him leave actually, but yeah, we might have to get the Leo Thompson one that's standing down there.
I'm happy that he's coming to my club, Kurt, man, but
I'm not.
But I'm just wondering why he's actually going back there.
Flano wanted him. O'Brien didn't. Which I don't know why. I showed in the last 2 weeks. It's my opinion. But anyway, I don't know why someone hasn't picked Brodie Jones up. Someone like Canberra I thought would have been a perfect spot.
I'm sure our cameraman Shane's got some contacts down there. We can send him Brodie down there.
I'd love to see him pick someone up. Anyway, guys, but that's us for this week. And yeah, don't forget, visit all of our sponsors. And until next week.
On the Nighttime Podcast.
It's all about league.
It's all about the league.
Good night.
He's being rude. I'm going to punch him in a minute.
Being rude, you rude boy. I'll smack your bum.
Chris, is that a drink bottle in your pants, or are you happy to hear from...
No, it's a milk bottle.
Milk bottle?
Hey, Simon.
What are those Yakult bottles?
Yeah.
Got anything smaller?
G'day, Terrence. How are you, buddy?
It's
Who
Simon.
the hell's Terrence?
Oh, sorry, Simon. Simon, sorry.
Let's do it again, dickhead.
Yeah.
Call me Charlie.
Well, you know what's going on the outpost this week, don't you?
Chris, when you turn on side there, you got massive udders.
Who wants to do a pick a go?